What's up, everybody? Welcome to Amalgam Show. Just a quick note before the real show begins. I fucked up. Not we, I did. I forgot to hit record on OBS, so all the audio is now coming through the camera until like the last hour. So the audio is real shit. But we think the content is really good, so we hope you enjoy it regardless. My hair is shocking. Wow, look at this. Unacceptable. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Also, RIP headphone users. Sorry. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena alongside Shannon Haegler.
Hello.
And Nathaniel.
It's second breakfast time, boys.
It's second breakfast time. We're doing things a little bit differently in 2019, probably the one time only, because this is a nightmare.
Shit show.
We are having second breakfast. We always have breakfast. And Nathaniel's like, I want to cook and not give any to Kyron. For being weird. And yeah, so we're going to have second breakfast. It's pancakes, scrambled egg, and bacon. If you're wondering, is this going to be the whole show? No, we're just going to be having breakfast while talking about the nerdy shit that we've been up to lately. Which has been a lot. We haven't done a podcast.
It's been a while. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry Easter.
Oh fuck, yeah. Did you see Woolies has ice cream flavour, hot cross bun flavoured ice cream?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
I mean, that doesn't excite me, but I'm interested.
Yeah.
I don't like a standard hot cross bun, but like a chocolate hot cross bun, they're good.
Yeah.
But the like raisiny ones, fuck those things.
Yeah.
I still haven't eaten, so let's eat.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to be running through the things that we've been up to, and then probably at the end talk about the things that we're excited for in 2019. Because it's a new year and excitement. We don't want 2018 dead. But Shannon and I will probably do game of the year 2018 because celebrating is good, but also excitement is
Yeah. It's good to hard.
But for now, housekeeping, I guess.
Huh. May or may not be a games lab, but probably will do one.
There might be. We'll see. And then what's next? Support us on Patreon if you like what we're doing today, which. You could not. Taste is weird, which is why I don't like pancakes.
If you give us money, we can do this more often because we can afford to buy more food.
And better food.
We can do a lunch cast.
We'll start a new
Dinner
show.
cast.
Amalgam featuring food.
Amalgam cooks.
Amalgam.
Now what?
I'm not a fan of it. Eggs and pancakes. I'm not a fan of pancakes. No, I like eggs. I don't like them together. Creates an interesting flavor profile. I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, pancakes should be sweet. I don't know why you're adding eggs to it.
Well, you don't know what
That's what
word
people do.
means.
That's why Canadian pancakes are a thing. Because they put bacon on it. And
Yeah, bacon is good. Bacon is good because it's salty and sweet.
peanut butter.
Which word did you know what meant there? Was that flavour or profile?
the phrase. Any questions for the show as to why we are out of our mind and turning the start of the year? Comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. What have we been up to lately?
I think you should
I
start.
should start? Alright.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've been on. I haven't actually been on
Question.
for a lot.
How's Darksiders 3?
Fucking terrible.
That's sad. You were pretty optimistic at it.
I was really hoping that game would be great.
Like, even when you were playing it, you're like, oh, it's got a fault, but everything's alright.
No, it hit a point where that game is a fucking trash file. I couldn't bring myself to finish it. Yeah. The combat is slow, well not slow, the combat is fast in a way that sucks.
Fast, yeah, okay.
It feels good to hit the button and have the lady throw the whip. That feels good.
We hope so.
But the dodging mechanics suck. Which when you're trying to be a Dark Souls-like, if your dodge mechanic sucks, you fail. You failed to
If
basically...
any action game, that's a cool mechanic. And that's my thing with Assassin's Creed. I don't like the block mechanic. And they want you to use block magic to dodge everything.
Yep. And so, the dodge mechanic fails most of the time. Either ends up with you dodging into attacks or dodging into geometry that you get stuck on.
Oh, fuck.
The world is... And then the problem is also, she's designed in such a way that she's like a Dark Souls-like fighter where one-on-one she can do damage. One-on-one, you can take pretty much anyone out. As soon as you get more than 2 enemies on screen, it becomes a challenge. And there are constantly groups of enemies, 5 or 6 of them just surrounding you. And you never have a chance to get a breather or a break. The only time you do get a chance to breather or a break is when the game isn't loading. And it will load, not that there's meant to be no break in the world, because it's meant to be a big expansive open world where you just run.
Yeah.
And she will just stop mid-air and the world will just freeze and then the loading icon will appear and it will just do that in the middle of play.
For how long?
30, 40 seconds.
Because Assassin's Creed Odyssey does that, but that game is huge, and 2, it's 3 seconds maximum.
Yeah, this game is not huge and it is a substantial. Now look, that being said, I don't know whether they've patched the game since then, but even then, like, that kind of load in a game that is meant to be open world and that you're meant to take in any direction, which it really is, yeah, there are so many things in that game, you're like, that's a cool idea, this is a cool aesthetic, this is a cool thing, and then you put them all together and it just fails at all of them. It doesn't hit anything, so yeah, that game sucks. Don't do it.
Do you think this is the developer issue, community issue? Where do you think the issue stems from a production?
This feels like the developer's problem. This feels like the developer. This feels like the idea of the core tenet of Darksiders finally collapsing on itself. Which is take the most popular version of a thing currently in video games and just make a really competent version of that with the Darksiders franchise. It has become very apparent that there are certain styles of that can't be done unless your team is up to scratch. And I don't think the team's up to scratch to make a Dark Souls like, because very few teams are.
Yeah.
So I think they just picked the wrong aesthetic for the game. They should have just made Darksiders 1 again.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They tried something different and it failed. And I hope that doesn't mean. I hope that means that we get more from the team in a different setting.
A different gameplay.
But like at this point, I haven't even bothered to go and watch the cutscenes on YouTube.
Well,
like, I don't even care.
That's so because you're excited for like, yeah, the next one's going to be maybe where they team up and we'll get the Avengers zoom shot and it's going to be great. That's just sad.
Yeah, no, it broke my little heart.
Oh.
But it didn't matter.
It's interesting.
Because I tell you what did come out.
What did come out?
That came out a week beforehand that I just played in its place and it made me happy, which is Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem. Like I didn't like the fact that Darksiders sucked, but I played Pokemon Let's Go and I have had no problem. I got 2 shiny Vulpixes.
Oh wow.
I got a shiny Nidoran.
Oh wow.
And a shiny Clefable.
I mean,
Is that from Pokemon Go or Let's Go?
Let's Go.
Oh, wow.
I only got 1 shiny and that was a Banana.
Oh, nice.
I was
Yeah.
looking for Cyphers. That's how rare Cyphers and Pincers are. I found shiny before I found a Cypher.
Jesus. But yeah, like I got shiny Pokemon in that game. I've got like a decent team. I haven't actually completed the whole like post game yet. Like, I haven't done any of the master trainers. I haven't even bothered to go and catch legendaries yet. I've just been running around the world catching other Pokemon.
I kept stumbling on them.
Yeah.
And I knew, like, in my brain I knew where they were, but I wasn't registering. I was going here for a legendary. I thought it just stumbled. I'm like, say, I think I Articuno, I like got scared.
I think it's the hard one. Yeah. Because you actually have to like find it.
Yeah, but I just stumbled across it. I'm like, oh shit.
But yeah, I enjoyed playing that game. I didn't play much else over the break other than Mass Effect. Because I got myself a new Xbox One S. Not the S. Oh yeah, an S. Mostly because the X, I don't see any value in it at this point because I don't think any games coming out anytime soon are going to look any better on that than they are on the next generation of hardware, which I think is coming up soon. So there.
So you have a 4K TV.
I do have a 4K TV, but it does not do HDR.
Okay.
And that was fine because the Xbox One S outputs at 4K for certain things, so it's fine. In fact, the game I'm playing, Mass Effect, upscales to 4K. But also, I got it because it was super cheap. It was like brand new 500GB Xbox One S. It was $190.
That's really cheap.
Yeah,
and you get a 4K Blu-ray player.
Yeah, and I got Gears of War 4 with it as well. So I'll play that.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, I've been playing that. I have finally turned around on Xbox and realized that the the system is not a piece of trash.
Yeah.
It's not a complete dumpster fire.
Not a complete one.
Not a complete dumpster fire, because since I set up the 1S, what I did was, when I got the original one, I was living ADSL internet that wasn't that great, with a pretty bad data cap, so I set it up in such a way that was like, please don't do any updates, like just let me play you and do nothing else.
Yeah.
So now that I got the 1S and I'm living in a place where I've got fiber internet and a data cap that just doesn't really bother anyone, like I've got so much I don't need it. I was like, cool, I'm going to set it up the way they want me to set it up. So optimize everything, yes to everything, just get everything sorted. It has the fast boot up option now enabled, which means it's always connected to the internet, so it's always kind of sitting in like a standby mode. And it is also now linked to my sign-in profile is connected to the controller.
So I do like that aspect.
Yeah.
Like, they did that with 360, didn't they? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think they did. But yeah, basically, as long as I'm holding that controller and I turn on the Xbox, it knows it's me and then just signs me in automatically. No passwords, no nothing. And it helped because it means I was able to give Vanessa a profile on the other Xbox and assign that controller to her.
Yeah.
So when she turns on an Xbox, she signs in. When I turn it on, I sign in. And that way it's all good.
Has Vanessa played those games?
No, she's watching Netflix. But the problem was that when I first got it, I was signed into both Xboxes. I was playing a game, and because it's a 360 backwards compatible game, I have to be signed into Xbox Live. And if she turns the Xbox on to watch Netflix, it signs me in over there, logs me out here, and I lose all my save data.
Yeah.
So I was like, that needs to stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I've had that Xbox One S, it's really good. It boots up fast, it works well. I've had no issues with it so far. I finally get it. Like, I get what the Xbox was going for, kind of, but also there's still no games to play. Like, I am playing. I finished a playthrough of Mass Effect 1, a 10-year-old game at this point.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to play on my Xbox. I started playing Mass Effect 2, and I had forgotten the stark contrast between those two games.
Forget.
Like how forget. Like I always remember, like, oh yeah, Mass Effect 2 plays better than Mass Effect 1. You forget how much better it plays than Mass Effect 1.
Oh, really?
Like the difference is night and day.
Wow.
Not just the shooting, but also just the control. Like just pushing forward on the stick.
Yeah.
Just feels better.
I thought everybody's told me that Mass Effect 2 is shit in comparison to Mass Effect 1. Is that not true?
No.
Maybe I'm
Mass Effect 2
thinking
is
wrongly. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But
Everyone's always Mass Effect 2 is a lot of people's game of the generation. It's up there with Red Dead. It's up there with anything else.
oh, okay.
2010.
Mass Effect 2 is a goddamn masterpiece. And not just in the game itself, but also the DLC. Like, the DLC is really good for the game as well. It's one of the few games that you can point to as an example of, like, this is how you do a single player game with paid DLC and do it right.
Yeah.
So I started playing Mass Effect 1, finished that playthrough, immediately booted up into 2. I'm only a couple hours into 2, but like, oh man, I totally forgot how fucking good that game is.
The thing with Mass Effect 2, Nathaniel, is that it removes a lot of the stats for RPG mechanics. It's still an RPG in terms of you're role-playing, you're making decisions, but in terms of being a stat-based RPG, the first one is very much that. It's kind of, because they still were very much in their PC roots at that point. Whereas the second one is just, yeah, let's just make it the proper Unreal 3 engine game and make it a shooter, make it work, and they removed a lot of RPGs. That's why a lot of people's, that's their con for Mass Effect 2, and it's one of my cons, and the Mass Effect 3 sort of added in again, but it's
Kind of does like
fast.
it kind of does it like 50-50.
But no, everything
It's
else
one of
about
the
the game
things
is
that
brilliant.
that again is one of the things that I do not like about Mass Effect 2 is the fact that I don't have as much customization over the characters in combat as much. I think I can get their abilities and all that kind of stuff, but also there's a lot of systems they throw at you in that first bit.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that you can do that they don't really spell out what it does or how it helps you until much later.
Yeah.
And it's hard to figure it out. But I'm happy just walking around the Normandy talking to people.
Yeah.
I've so far only picked up three of my crew members. But one of them I never picked up before because they're a DLC character.
Was that Kasumi?
No, I've got Zaid.
He's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, so I never talked to him before, never seen him before, got him. Unfortunately, Kasumi, that DLC is not included in the pack that I've got, so I'm going to go buy that. I do, basically what I want to do with this playthrough is get all the DLC, because I haven't played all of it.
I've played, for Mass Effect 2, I played all the DLC, and yeah, those characters are fun. It's weird because like everyone else will have like proper cutscenes as you go into them, whereas Zaid and Kasumi, you just like you press A and they'll just say something without going.
Yes, when you go to
and you can just like, oh, that's just DLC add-on, but they still say stuff you're interested in.
Really interesting stuff. Like I went and talked to Zaid for a while, and he just has this really uncomfortable relationship with a rifle. He's really in love with that rifle.
He's great.
Yeah, so that was cool. I got Zaid. I always go and pick up Morden first, because Morden Solus is the greatest character ever in video games ever.
He's great.
He's fucking fantastic. And then, of course, I then, because it's in the same area, I went and picked up Garrus as well, the Archangel mission, which is also fantastic.
That Archangel mission is brilliant.
It's so
especially coming off, like, when you know nothing, coming off the first game, going through what happened at the start of the second game, and then going in like, okay, who's the Archangel, blah, 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 blah. And you get it, like, holy shit, is Garrus. What the fuck, this is brilliant. He turned into a badass, where he kind of like this nerdy engineer in the first one, but then like he's still cool, but then he becomes proper. Yeah. Like to the point where they gave him a blowdown, like
they gave him a
star. It's just like, whatever, like it's fun.
And the interaction between Shepard and Garrus is great as well, because it doesn't really matter what options you pick, there's always banter back and forth of just like, you know, like, I chose an option where it was like, you shot me. He's like, well, I had to make it look realistic. I mean, I knew it was you, but, you know.
There's...
one thing I don't like, the Mass Effect 2 character creator is not great.
No.
It does, like I had a character made in Mass Effect 1, which is okay, but because they're trying to match it to actual voice acting, and so my guy has this thing where like his lips move fine, except this bit is just, this bit's just stuck there the whole time, but the rest of his mouth moves fine, and it's just, it really frustrates me. And my other Shepard, the last time I played this game, that Shepard, I made the face, and I was like, okay, that looks good, until I went into game and realised that when he turned his head, his nose was way too small for his head. Because it just, and I can't make a Shepard that looks right in this game. I can't do it because their creator is just so fucking janky. And then like, there are other problems as well with that game, which I want to see if it happens again, but I remember there was a point in Mass Effect 2, the first time I played it, where my Shepard's eyelids disappeared. So he just had these big circular white eyes.
That's terrifying.
And it was just like, and they were bloodshot red too, which was weird.
Well, dang, okay.
Yeah, he blinked, and he was just like all the time, like hi, and I was like, oh. So yeah, there's some fun glitches in that game if you get them, but...
Have you seen Monster Factory from Polygon and the McElroy brothers?
No.
They play Mass Effect on the PC, and they go into the source code and just fuck with the character, and they make like this hideous looking chip over and over and over again, and they keep doing the bit of going into the Matrix, and they keep like doing the plug-in scene over and over again. It's fun. It's great.
How's the Tang?
Good.
Tang is good?
Tang is good.
Good Tang. But yeah, other than that, I have not been playing much. I decided, actually, because Pokemon Let's Go got me so hankering for Pokemon, I actually went and bought a copy of Black and Black 2. Because I felt like one of the problems I have with Pokemon games is that I often want to try and replay the game with different Pokemon. Like, I want to try and have like a totally different, but because of the way the game is structured, your starting Pokemon are always the same. So you always end up with your starter, and then a flying type, and then a normal type, and then you have to wait until like the end of the game before you can actually create this unique team of 6. But that's one of the reasons I like Black, the first Black and White games, is because they decided in that generation they were not going to add any Pokemon from previous generations. It's just the Generation 5 Pokedex. Good Tang.
It's interesting.
So, alright Tang. Yes, they had just the Generation 5 Pokedex, so it kind of forces you to use the new Pokemon and figure things out that way. So I'm going to go play through one of those, and then probably Black 2. Probably just play through as many Pokemon games as I can this year in anticipation for the next one. Because I have heard some rumours that I would like to talk about later.
Oh, okay. I had a similar thing. I went and for my 3DS back from my brother.
Just dunk on Kyron cast today.
And then I bought a pre-owned copy of Alpha Sapphire.
Oh, nice.
which is a good remake.
It is a fantastic one.
Ruby was the first game GBA game I played.
Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are amazing.
They are.
Yeah.
Very good.
The thing, my issues with them are you don't use half the extra shit on the bottom screen. Like I didn't use the super training. Kyron loved it apparently, but I'm like, I can't.
The super training is really good if you want to build a competitive team. It is a way quicker way than doing EV training.
Yeah.
You basically, what used to take days of grinding now takes 30 minutes of tapping. It's fantastic.
That's just not for me. Like I'm not into the stats.
No, you don't have to
Yeah.
do it, but yeah, it's handy for competitive.
A couple of other, like secret bases I didn't bother with.
No.
Like, there's a couple. Oh, the contest. I did the contest back in the day. I'm like, I do not need to use these again.
Nah.
Because it's just a couple of elements I just ignored.
Yeah.
But the core of that game is still fun. And
In
I really
Mega
like-
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the contest, you get Pikachu costumes, don't you?
probably.
I think so. Yeah, they give you a Pikachu that has like max stats in
That's
all of the
right.
things, like beauty, cool, like all that kind of stuff. So you can just go, you can kind of breeze through the contests. But I
Yeah.
believe if you do enough of the contests, then that contest lady Lucia, the one who has an Altaria, will give you Mega Altaria, right, or whatever. So you can get Mega Altaria.
Cool. Very cool. That's one thing I really like, the Mega Evolution aspect. 'Cause I've never played a game with Mega Evolution,
Yeah.
so except for Let's Go, but that I didn't have any Pokemon in my team that had like you get the 3 starters like after you beat the famous gym. I'm like, well, I didn't use any of these Pokemon, so
Yeah,
I didn't get to
yeah.
use. And my team wasn't a Mega Evolved team, so
Yeah, and then the rest of them you only get at the end, like once you beat the Elite Four. So you
Yeah.
can't even use like most of the Megas in the Elite Four,
Yeah.
which is a real shame. The Mega Evolution feels like a mechanic they are dropping. Like it's there and it will continue to be there because they've done it. So it will be in every subsequent game. But I don't see them making any new ones. I don't see them making any advancements to that mechanic. I feel like they're just being like, yep, that's the Generation 6 thing.
yeah.
And that's it. And that sucks.
What am I gonna say? I do like the Elite Four using Mega Evolution. Like, I do like this idea, which probably, for me, it's new, that the Elite Four go through, when you go through them again, they have a different team
Yes.
entirely,
Yeah.
right? They'll have teams from different generations, and that's
Yeah.
really struck me up, and I don't know what their types are.
Mhm.
I can't account for them, which is fun,
Mhm.
but I also don't want to invest in them yet, but Gen 8 I'll probably
Yeah.
do all that. And then, yeah, Mega Revolution, and then like trying to learn new types of that, because I can't remember, but I think I have one on my team that completely changes. And I went through like
Yeah.
my second team in that game, my second core team, which is the Dragon team, which is 4 dragons and a Metagross and a Swampert.
Jesus, that's it's a fucking team.
It is a team. It's not very good against the Elite Four, but
No, because you've got there's the Dragon Elite Four in
yeah,
there,
and the Ice.
and the ice. Oh, I forgot the ice one.
Yeah, so it's not a good team, but I just threw myself through it. The thing I really like is the Battle Mason, which is the
Oh, really? You like that?
Yeah, because it has triple battles and multi battles, and I've never had triple battles before. So I'm like, basically my team was Swampert, Flygon, and Salamence, which Swampert would do Earthquake, but because he's in the center, he can affect everyone, and then just rush shot from there until it gets hard because it's like 20.
And Flygon and Salamence are both flying types, so they don't get affected by earthquake.
Yeah, well, Salamence is Dragon Ground, and then he gets Rotate.
Salamence? No,
No,
Salamence
sorry,
is
Flygon.
Flygon is
Yeah.
Dragon Ground.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'm like, this is really
That's
fun, but
fucked
there's
up.
also a strategy because the Salamence with no fly and it can affect the person on the other side of the
Yeah.
thing. Like, this is really fun, and you have to do 20 of them back to back.
Yeah.
You can take a break, but
Yeah.
this is good. And then there's the person at the end, you're like, oh, there's a.
I think the wider community was just a little bit disappointed that they did the Maison again, because that was the X and Y post
Yeah.
game. And also that they did the Maison instead of the Battle Frontier, which was so much fun.
Frontier is cool, but there's a lot in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Is
Yeah.
that, like, it was so much fun. Like the different ways. Like, okay, here's a place where you just get to pick 3 random Pokemon. Go for it. See what you can do. Have fun. Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Like that was a really cool idea. Having your Pokemon randomized, having your Pokemon level drop, increased. Being able to use certain number of Pokemon. Like they just had really interesting ways of like taking the idea of Pokemon battles and then just fucking with them a little bit to make the Battle Frontier. It's cool.
Alpha Sapphire has a bunch of stuff, like the Mirage Islands.
Oh yeah, that stuff is
Yeah.
Catching all that post-game legendary was interesting. Like,
Yeah,
it
that
really
was
struck
really
with the
fun. I like
multiverse
the
stuff.
Hooper. Did you?
cool. Yeah.
Sorry?
Wait, was that an event or was that something?
No,
that
you just gave him.
Bring the microphone closer. Nice. Bring the microphone closer.
Hooper was just a code that they gave you, but
It's another legendary.
Hooper is the reason those portals exist in the in-game lore.
Yeah.
So you could go and get all those legendaries.
So basically, in X and Y, there were 3 extra legendary Pokemon that people found in the source code. But they were never released in X and Y because the Pokemon Company were pretty much just like, well, you guys ruined the fucking surprise, so you can wait now. So they brought out Diancie and Hooper in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, and then Volcanion came out in Sun and Moon.
Well, they released the Volcanion. It's in. You had to put it into your X and Y or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire game, but Volcanion only released like a month or 2 before Sun and Moon's release. Like it was like an event to coincide of like.
So basically,
it was like too late to use it.
A volcano Pokemon. And its types are water, fire.
It's the only water fire type.
Yeah. And Diancie is. There's been Hooper and Diancie movies. You'd see them on Netflix.
Yeah. I think they both are.
Yeah, they are both on Netflix. Hooper is like this sort of ancient Pokemon that's been weakened.
Yeah. It's an ancient genie tale basically that he's been bound and turned into this tiny little fucking devil-looking shit. He's that movie is the worst Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
The Hooper movie is the worst Pokemon. It fucking sucks.
To me, it felt like. That was Diancie. Diancie felt like another Celebi movie.
Yes, Diancie is basically a Celebi movie, which is not bad.
Yeah.
But the Hooper one is just like the character of Hooper sucks. And they tried to like compensate by having Hooper, because Hooper basically can create these little rings which go into different dimensions. And,
and that's why you can go into the
different.
And get
they didn't explain that now for stuff like that. They're just like, here's the rings. I suppose it was meant to be logic you took from X and Y.
Yes. So they're Hooper rings, and he can do that. But basically in the movie, he's pulling the Hooper rings and bringing legendaries. And they thought like, if we have like a bunch of legendaries in the movie, it'd be great. And they're like, no, it just diminishes the value of the legendary in the movie, because you just see like Palkia and Dialga going up against Groudon and Kyogre because Hooper's just fucking with space and time. And it's just like, woohoo!
That's a cool idea, but it's not
but the character sucks.
Yeah,
the character sucks.
Yeah, I remember that. That was an exciting idea, but never.
All Hooper does is like be a little bitch and shout "a la Hooper ring" all the time.
Hooper ring.
Yeah, and then it's one of those annoying characters that's like constantly pulling pranks on the main people, where you're just like, stop being annoying, stop stealing his hat, stop doing this. Like you're a fucking legendary Pokemon, stop being a bitch.
I just have a sore spot for those Pokemon, because I just remember seeing all of those spoilers and being like, X and Y isn't actually, out of the new generation, my favourite Pokemon game.
What's the new generation for you?
New generation for me is like from Gen 5.
Yeah.
Gen 5 forward.
Gen 4 back is the old generation to me. That's how I like divide it. I guess it's sort of like me. Yeah.
Even though Gen 4 and 5 are both in the
very similar. But I think Gen 5 is where it sort of started to turn around, and then Gen 6, I feel like did what they wanted to achieve in Gen 5. But they had the base idea, wanted to do it, people didn't like it.
And probably limited by hardware.
Yeah, and then Gen 6 came out and people were like, this is fucking amazing, this is like old Pokemon again.
Kyron got into it, like that's the first time you got into like an handheld, not emulated version of it.
I fucking loved Gen 6. And the sad thing for me was they had all of this extra stuff that you couldn't do yet.
Yeah.
They had all this stuff in that game where you're like, oh, I'm excited for when they release this, and then they were just like, Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
So that's why everyone was excited for Z. That happened. Okay.
Because
there's
Z
a bunch of
was going to happen, and then it didn't, and people thought there was going to be like an X and Y 2.
Yeah, that was constantly like they were trying to figure out what the Pokemon Company were going to do with X and Y, because there's so much stuff in X and Y that just is unexplored and unexplored.
Did you play
No. There's a train station that leads on the far eastern side of the map.
In the main story?
Yeah, in the main story.
In the main city?
In Coramine.
Going with the Eiffel Tower in it.
No. This is on the edge of the map.
Oh,
Way on the edge of the map.
Oh yeah.
I think I
saw
saw
that.
that
Where you get Zygarde.
Hmm?
Where you get Zygarde.
Yes, yeah, with Zygarde is all and that kind of stuff. There is a train station there that burrows into a mountain to the side of the hill. And if you look at the town map that you get, that mountain is just a mountain and it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
But there's a train station there. It burrows in and it goes somewhere. We don't know where. It just goes somewhere.
I thought there was a train station in Holland that says you go to Kalos.
No.
Or am I thinking of a boat?
You probably maybe a boat, but no, it's not. It's not to Holland because Holland's a tropical area. It's a different place of the world.
So it just wouldn't make
because
geographical sense.
Yeah, because the Kalos region is like it's France. It's coastal on one side, and then it's mountains on the other side.
It's France.
And so, like, there's nowhere else to go, and no other Pokemon region matches that. Like, there's no other Pokemon region with mountains to the west.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So it was like, where does that go? Is it just another part of the Kalos region we'll go to?
It's Middle Earth.
Middle Earth.
No, I'm just saying that geography makes sense.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Mountains in the middle, and then there's the power plants. There's like a bunch of power plants that you
The
can't
maze.
access. The maze.
There was this maze that you could go through that had a bunch of like statues that were very questionable, and you were like, ooh. But yeah, there were 3 power plants, and it's like you can't access this area yet. And then there was another dude in the main city that you go to, and he's like, oh, this guy went and he's researching this legendary Pokemon up in the mountains. Some say that he's a fire water type, and that's where Volcanion. Where people were like, oh, I can catch Volcanion, it's gonna be awesome.
But there are so many little things in that game that you're like, oh, that could be extra content, or if they flesh it out, it could be like a platinum style third game where like not only is it like it's the same game for most of it, but then there's this big change in the back end.
I really like that.
I would have been fine with that.
And that would have been cool. But like I remember seeing an interview where the Pokemon directors were basically saying they wanted to change it up. They wanted to stop having people being able to predict Pokemon because it was always 2 games, third game, 2 games, third game, 2 games, third game. And they were like, well, let's change it up. And that's why with Black and White, they went 2 games, sequels.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, whoa, wait, hold on, what?
This isn't great, what the fuck?
Sequels, what? And then they did it again, where they announced Generation 6, and instead of doing a third follow-up or even sequels, they just went straight into a new generation.
They did do a remake, but yeah.
They did a remake, but the remakes are different. They're kind of like their secondary tier is like the remake. The actual main series is called
the remakes are just sort of like filler at this point.
I mean, the remakes, you can look at them as like it's servicing the fans and allowing the fans to play the games they wanted to play again
and get Pokemon that they haven't been able to get.
Exactly.
The new generation.
Yeah, and then also allowing a new generation of fans to experience a game from dogs ago. But also you can look at it like between X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, there is a clear graphical quality increase. There is a little bit better in terms of like the character models look a bit more proportional in Alpha and Omega. There's proper like 360-degree rotational movement in Alpha Sapphire.
It's still grid-based, but yes.
It's way smoother than X and Y. If you watch the X and Y running, like you can see him like he's only got 8 directions of movement. You can use the circle pad, but he's only got 8 directions of movement. in Alpha and Omega, it's way more finer control. By the time you get to Sun and Moon, though, you can see the improvements yet again.
Oh, really?
All the characters are proportionally sized. The actual movement on the stick is absolutely like 360-degree control. They have definitely done way better jobs in terms of like the backgrounds and the settings. Like everything is slightly better in terms of focus and graphical quality. And they use the remakes to do that, to double check, to get their testing done again. And it's the reason Let's Go is a thing, because they never made a Pokemon game proper for a home console.
And
this is their testing.
It's such a big jump from 3DS, which is basically PS2 quality to
less than
PS2 to a proper better than PS3 quality console. Like that's a huge jump, and I'm glad Let's Go exists so that they can test the tech.
I'm just going to get into it now, though, because there have been rumours.
Okay,
because we're here, we're deep. Because there was an interview with what's his name? Director of the Pokemon Company, Ishihara.
That sounds right.
It really does. Anyway, he said that apparently this has been their biggest challenge since making Pokemon Gold and Silver, which I don't know if you know the story. Pokemon Gold and Silver was the toughest one they've ever developed for.
Why is that?
Because they wanted both regions in the same game.
And fitting that on like a...
And fitting it on like 8 megabytes of
yeah.
Yeah,
Was it
like
megabytes at that point? I thought it might have
so.
been less.
They might have been,
But yeah, still.
it was basically the hardest one they had to design because they were also trying to do the improvements.
Yeah.
It was the Game Boy Color.
But still had to run on the Game Boy.
Yes. And that was the with the legendary
Gold
story.
and Silver were Game Boy still. Crystal was color. Crystal was color branded, yeah. It's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm trying to think. But yeah, no, you're right.
They probably were still making sense of the color.
Yeah, because like the crystal, like the gold and silver sprite animation is actually in color.
Oh, yeah,
It's got color. Like that's the one where the experience bar is blue.
Yeah.
And you can actually tell it's blue, and the health bar is green. It's actually green. It wasn't like the Game Boy Black and White when they actually used it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where the story, like the legendary story of Iwata, the now deceased president of Nintendo, came in and recoded the entire game to make it fit. Like he did it himself. Because they were like, we don't know what we're doing, it's not working. And he's like, all right, cool. And he wasn't the president then, he was just a dude.
Yeah.
And he just went in and he went through the entirety of Gold and Silver and recoded the game so that it would fit onto the cartridge so that both the Kanto and the Johto regions were on the game. He did it by himself, just went through it.
Is that why Kanto is so sparse in comparison to the
Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly. But it's there. Like
No, it's there.
It's fucking
Perfect,
there.
yeah.
And it's the full. You can go through the whole thing, the whole gyms, like it's all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did that. He did that. That's the legendary story from his career.
Hold up.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people respected Iwata so much. Was that? Yeah, he's the president of Nintendo, but
He was
also
also a genius. Yeah.
exactly like an absolute genius when it came.
At least he earned his position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really.
And so
genetic.
Gen 8, Ishihara has been saying that it has been the most difficult test for them so far since then has been to try and develop this system because they are very acutely aware that the game has to be not only a handheld game but it must look good on a TV screen as well. And he's like there are a bunch of different ways you can play that, and he's like it's 5 times harder because there's like 5 different ways you can play the Switch, and we need to make sure all of them feel good and work. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like it's been a test, and also sounds like they've been developing for a while.
Yeah.
Like if you read into the context of that, it doesn't sound like when Sun and Moon finished, or when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon finished, they went and developed this one. It sounds like they've been developing this probably since Sun and Moon, probably in line with the two.
They might have got a dev kit when it's still NX by the sounds of it.
Probably. I mean, it's the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
It's one of your like these Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. That's kind of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like that's the big tentpole. So you'd hope they'd give them a dev kit.
Yeah. But if they've been experimenting since 2016, that's a bit weird. And then I think Pokemon Let's Go looks good in both versions.
It looks fucking
They've got good control schemes. I'm disappointed that you can't play with the Pro Controller.
I feel as though that will be
an option there.
yes, because he specifically said something about the fact that like you have options
Yeah.
when you're playing Pokemon games, and I feel like they're very acutely aware that the hardcore base doesn't necessarily like the motion controls. I have no problem with them; they worked fine.
Yeah.
They were a bit clunky, but honestly, for that game, it didn't need to be anything else. I think they're acutely aware of that, and they'll make the change.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you'll have the option to probably use the motion controls or pro controls, which is good, which is exactly what they need. But there have been a couple of rumors that have come out. I'm going to say rumors, not leaks, because nothing's confirmed. Until someone actually says this is confirmed.
I saw that leaked screenshot of a 3D behind the shoulders.
Oh yeah, I saw
open
that.
world Pokemon game. Like that's fake.
That's probably bullshit. Right? The rumors I've seen have been from a specific person who has leaked, not leaked. Well, yes, at this point he has leaked things in the past, and so far has 100% track record. Everything that he has said has come true. So I can call them leaks now because they were confirmed.
Yeah.
So far he's got a pretty good track record. Basically, it's a pretty vague statement, the first one, which was basically, it's Breath of the Wild tier. Now, he clarified, not saying that it's going to be Breath of the Wild, but what he said was that the change to the Pokemon franchise that this Generation 8 is bringing is akin to what Breath of the Wild did for Zelda.
Which is
Like,
how
it's
I've
that
always-
drastic of a change.
Which is how I've always heard that term when people say, it'd be good to say Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
I never thought, bring down, it becomes like an action game where you
No.
run around. Like, no, I never, it kind of looked like Dragon Quest at that point.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest's fine, I'll probably play the Switch version when it comes out, but I don't necessarily want that for Pokemon. I don't mind the isometric / top-down version.
So then after that, a couple more things came out. The current rumored region, like that the region it's based on, is going to be the UK. Apparently. So
I have also heard that rumor.
yeah, it looks like it's been a while, especially because the current, again, rumored code names for the games are Pokemon Crown and Pokemon Scepter.
Okay, yeah. Probably leaning into royalty for that.
Into the royalty thing. There was a possible. Someone dug into some stuff and found the possible evil team name, but only in Japanese, so there's no translation yet. But a rough translation is possibly Team Neon.
I can see that
Which I was like, okay.
Team Chav. Team Chav. Oh, I'm gonna stab you in it.
So that's just gonna be a guy you battle. It's like, Chav Timmy.
Yeah.
What's the battle?
Team you what, mate?
You fucking want, man.
You fucking what,
I
mate?
want that. Oh, that was rad fight, wasn't it? I just want Kingdom Pokemon.
Yes.
Skinhead Jeremy came to battle.
But yes, it looks like there are some pretty solid ideas out there of what this thing might be.
Sorry, I just thought of Pokemon Syndicate. Which is pretty much what we're going for.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, yeah, so those are kind of the things that are floating around at the moment. Based in the UK, maybe a Team Neon or something like that.
I'd be very interested to see what the starter Pokemon would be in a UK base. Probably like a badger and a hedgehog.
And a Scotsman.
Jesus Christ.
Just bagpipes.
It's a bagpipe. That's what it is.
Everyone just died.
And it's kind of funny that we were
You Pokemon, you're bleeding to
a
death.
bagpipe Pokemon.
It'll be called a pipey bag or something.
It's actually
bag.
It's actually interesting that they would be making a region based in the UK as well, especially if we're talking about like, Generation 6 being like so unfulfilled. Like Kalos region is based on France. And if this thing is based on the UK, like France and the UK have such a tied together history that like it could
It would be really cool if the other side of the mountains was the UK.
yeah, this UK region. But it would that would be geographically incorrect, but it's
Based on
Pokemon-
our world.
based on our world, but it's Pokemon so they can do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah.
Like the thing is it's based on the UK, it doesn't necessarily
yeah.
have to be like
I don't think they care because like what was it, like the first 3 games were all based in Japan.
Yeah.
Kanto is basically like the countryside. Johto is the countryside.
Yeah.
I forget what Kanto is.
Kanto's
Holland
like
is
a
just the islands. Is basically what if you went to.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Gen 4 was what?
Sinnoh is again like it's like the Fuji Islands, like Mount Fuji and stuff like that.
And then Gen 5 was
There is a Mount Fuji in that game.
Yeah.
I should replay that. What's the
Sinnoh
Gen
is-
4 remake so that I can go in with?
Well, Sinnoh has Mount Coronet in the middle, but it's based on Mount Fuji. Like it's about the mount. It's based on the mountainous region of Japan.
Yeah.
It's not until Gen 5 that they decide to start basing things on places outside because
What is
usually-
Gen 5 based on?
New York.
New York.
If you take the Unova map and place it over New York City, it is just New York City. Like the way it's all shaped, it's just New York City and the island of Manhattan.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's specifically based on the US. It's why things like
And
Brave
then you
Hero,
had France and
France and then
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Which is just America. No.
But yeah, there's been rumors for going into this generation. There've been rumors for like Spain, Polynesia was also another one.
In Polynesia was
Australia.
like Ultra. Well, Sun and Moon, and then people would be.
Yeah, possibly. But there were some other tidbits that came out as well. I'm just gonna list off these numbers again. They're all just rumors.
Yeah.
It would be fun. 106 new Pokemon apparently.
106.
106. Yeah.
Seems a little low for it.
Well, it's more than the last 2 generations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, X and Y only had 70.
Okay.
If you don't count, well, X and Y had 71. and I think Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had about, I think it was 80 or something like that, if you don't count Alola forms and stuff like that. So it's not, it's like, you know, it's a good decent, like Generation 2 was 100.
Yeah, I was just thinking Gen 2.
Yeah, so like it's a good solid amount of Pokemon that'll give you something to do with. And there was something about, and I thought, like, I scratched my head for a second, I was like, oh, that would be interesting, because they just had Sun and Moon, where you had the Sun Legendary and the Moon Legendary. And there was something mentioned about, like, all of the planets being represented by a legendary Pokemon. I was like, oh, that's a lot of legendaries.
Yeah.
That's a big game. And then the last thing was like, this is the biggest Pokemon game they've ever made. It's like, of course it's going to be the biggest Pokemon game they've made. It's on the fucking Switch.
This is gonna be so fucking good. That'd be fucking cool. What if they do like I'm pretty sure there's a big observatory in Glasgow. So if they did not just UK but the Isle of Man.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll.
That'd be pretty cool. They could do like a big. Or they could do like, if they did like Italy, they could do like Zurich.
There's a observatory in Poland, and that's how we get the Deoxys events.
Yeah,
and the precedent for it.
There is a space observatory in pretty much every region, because there's one in Alola as well. There's like an observatory on the top of their second highest mountain in the Alola region is an observatory. And they introduced the idea of like different dimensions and ultra space in Sun and Moon. So like.
Yeah, that was crazy. I only learned about that while watching the Xenopho video. And I was like, what are those Pokemon cards?
Ultra Beast is fucked up, man. It's so fucked up.
Are Ultra Beast legendaries? That's all I want the answer. Yes or no?
I know they were just different forms of Pokemon that were there.
In the coding of the game, there are different classifications of Pokemon. Standard, sub-legendary, and legendary.
What's sub-legendary? Is that like Absol?
No, that is basically what the mythical Pokemon are put into.
I thought mythical would be its own thing again.
No, they don't get that. They're classed as a legendary Pokemon. The Ultra Beasts, as far as the game's code is concerned, are legendary Pokemon. Because there's only one or two encounters of them in the game.
Yeah. That could change into their own thing.
Well, the thing is, as far as we can tell from a lore perspective, the Ultra Beasts are just standard Pokemon. Like a Buzzwole or a Pheromosa, like those big fucking bug ones, they might be as common as a Pidgey in the dimension they're from. Does that make sense? They're only rare and legendary in the dimension, like in our dimension and space.
It's like seeing I can't think of an animal, a giraffe in Australia that's not in a zoo.
Exactly. If you were to see a wild giraffe, you'd be like, that's fucking weird, that shouldn't be a thing.
Even if it wasn't, it's a legendary Pokemon. That's a legendary Pokemon. Catch it.
Exactly.
But that's the way it works, is that those Ultra Beasts, when you go to that dimension, they could be flying around everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're just common Pokemon from that dimension. But because they fall into ours, they're super rare because we don't have them naturally occurring in our dimension.
Why do they look super evil?
Again, it's just because in that dimension that looks normal.
Okay,
so in that dimension it looks
I have the new Pokemon I want. A Alolan form unknown that's an Ultra Beast.
Well, that's the thing, is that
Mega Evolved.
That's the thing is that because they did this multi-dimensional theory now, there is like ample evidence to suggest that the unknown are Ultra Beasts.
The unknown are just
because they don't exist.
Alphabet in the other dimension.
Well, they say because their Pokedex always states they hold the fabric of reality together.
Oh fuck, okay.
So there is ample evidence that they are actually Ultra Beasts, just common ones that
I would love for them to finally answer that question.
They won't.
They won't. And that's actually one of the greatest things about Pokemon is that they don't answer any lore questions. They ask the question and let you figure it out. And they don't ever want to give you the proper answer. They fucked with the timeline with Let's Go as well.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
There is, in one of the cities, there is Mina, who's a trial captain from Sun and Moon. She's a trial captain. She's the fairy-type trial captain from Sun and Moon. Yeah. She appears in Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. You battle her once a day, you get a Bob Cup.
Yeah.
She's in Vermilion City.
Yeah.
When she appears in Let's Go, she is around the same age as the protagonist, maybe a couple of years older. So she's between the ages of like 11 and 14, somewhere in there. She's a trial captain in Sun and Moon, which means she has to be less than the age of 20. Because once you reach 20 years old, you have to give up your trial captain status and someone else becomes trial captain. So she's got to be like at the most 19 in Sun and Moon, which means that there would be around about 6 years difference between Sun and Moon and Let's Go. The timing of Let's Go puts it back to where like Red and Blue should have taken place, and supposedly between Red and Blue and Sun and Moon is 20 years.
Because Red and Blue show up in Sun and Moon and they're older.
Yeah.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, I
need to play this game now.
They still do Red and Blue. They just
so Red and Blue show up in Sun and Moon. They're older, but they're also in Let's Go as their younger versions. The problem is that the time gap for Mina it needs to be the most 6 years. It can be 6 years between Let's Go and Sun and Moon. Red and Blue have aged more than 6 years.
There is that time travel.
Because in the Pokedex for Mimikyu, it states that the reason Mimikyu dresses up the way it does is because Pikachu suddenly became popular 20 years ago.
Which makes sense in our timeline.
Because it makes sense in our timeline, but also in the in-game timeline, if 20 years ago is when Red defeated the Elite Four and Team Rocket using a Pikachu. That doesn't make sense anymore because the game can only have taken place, Red and Blue, the new version of it, Let's Go, can only have taken place 6 years ago.
Unless it's another universe, because like...
Again,
I was about to say, theory, Pokemon Let's Go is another universe.
It's another universe.
I've watched a Pokemon timeline video, and it's like, they got split, that's why we have a Mega Universe timeline.
But so hero timeline.
Exactly, but that's the thing is that they've done it again. Like they had a point where like you could actually explain Pokemon timeline with like the split between the Mega Evolution and the non-Mega Evolution timeline. You could do that. Now that they made Let's Go, they've fucked that again too. So like they just, unlike Zelda, they're not putting out an official timeline. They're not saying this is the official timeline. They're just being like, no, you guys figure it out. And every time we think we figured it out, they throw another spanner in the work and fuck it up. And that's good because it means that you never actually get an answer.
I never considered a Pokemon timeline, but ever until I watched that video. I'm like, okay. And then I like over the holidays I was bored and I made a Pokemon timeline. Because like each game was its own timeline, and then there was a different universe. So like, we'll just keep going on forever. But and then, what's my point? Basically, the point was that like Ruby and Red happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up. Where like Red just had to deal with a couple of like just rogue people.
Yeah, it's just a criminal.
Whereas like Ruby, Sapphire have to like deal with like the end of the world.
World ending.
Like they just happened at the same time. And I just bye Giovanni. He's like, oh fuck, the world's flooding or being drafted.
Yeah, and then...
Meanwhile, Red's just like, I'm a fighter big boy.
And even worse is that the Johto and Sinnoh games happen at the same time as well.
Oh, they do? My head canon was that? I didn't realize that was specific.
No, that is absolutely as true as well. So again...
Is that confirmed by the remake or the Heart Gold? Or?
Yes, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver it kind of confirms that those two happen simultaneously. Yeah. And so, again, same thing. One is dealing with a criminal organization that just wants to steal Pokemon, the other is dealing with the end of the universe.
Yeah.
Like...
Or the bleed of another dimension into the other.
Yes.
It'd be really interesting if they had put, like, effects from what was happening in Sinnoh in newer Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
That would have been cool.
That would have been really interesting.
Like,
but they
just a hint of, like Giratina or Palkia or something.
Yeah,
like,
and there are
weird space systems.
There are plenty of things that happen in games that are directly they are the after effects of things happening in previous games. There's a character in Black and White who lives in a certain city, if you go to the house, and he says that he's a former Team Rocket grunt. Changed his ways and moved to Unova to after the team had disbanded.
Yeah.
So that means that Black and White takes place after Gold and Silver because it has to be after the team fully disbands.
Yeah.
There are so many little bits and pieces that like, you're like, oh, this is connected to that, this is connected to that. But the second they throw in something like a new game, it just throws everything in the back.
I feel like it would explain whatever Let's Go situation is.
Well, I think,
Yeah.
Fucking Sun and Moon Let's Go has not made things easy.
No, they've fucking thrown everything out into chaos because they made Sun and Moon and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and that fucking throws everything else into disarray as well.
So whatever happens in Gen 8, I hope it just connect it to Gen 7. 6, sorry.
Yeah, I hope that's the case.
You say disconnect it?
Just connect it. Like, connect it, please. I want that.
There was something also as well I saw about the Gen 8 legendaries being like a fawn, spider, and a butterfly. Something based on those, which that makes sense.
Yeah. If they ever make a Pokemon game based off Australia, I want it to be 90s themed.
Why?
Want it to be what, sir?
90s themed.
Why?
You know, just so.
No, it would not be good.
90s Australia is weird.
The
I know,
90s
that's why I wanted to do 90s themed.
Let's just make it
90s
Mad Max
Australia is
one,
like
Mad Max 1, where it's like pre-post-apocalypse. It's this weird part where it's post-apocalyptic, but nothing bad actually.
Pokey-apocalyptic.
Oh my god. Apocalyptic. There we go.
No,
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Do you want to just talk about stuff coming out? Do you have anything to add?
Have you done what you're into?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I can go through mine.
Okay, let's go.
I beat Red, collected 150, like proper collected them, and I have Octane. Alpha Sapphire, finished the whole index, single player, and I really like the, what's it called? Delta episode.
Delta episode.
Yeah, Delta.
It's really cool.
Really good.
I
I was very surprised about it.
Sorry?
I was very surprised about
Me
it.
too.
Happening to me. I was just like, oh, there's more.
Did you guys not know about it?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
got it spoiled.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I saw like a tab on Surrogate, I'm like, what's this about? And I got to like, oh, that's interesting. And then
before
I
the
caught my
game-
pile, but I didn't expect the Oxy coming. I'm like, this was a special event Pokemon. And I'm like looking at Jarchi, like, that's just special event story.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Because,
I killed the Oxy from the first challenge as well.
oh shit.
Because you
I
get
see.
very mega requires.
Yes.
Like, fuck, yes, level 70, things level 80. I'm gonna just chip down and just one hit down. Like, oh, you're really powerful, mega requires.
Yes, Mega Red Plaza is broken.
I had a friend tell me about how broken it is.
They gave it its own tier of banned.
Yeah.
Like there's the generally banned stuff, and then they made another tier that's just like, no, this thing is super banned. Like never, no. Ooh.
And no circumstances.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers, really, really fun. Subsurface Circular and Quarantine Circular.
Oh, you played both of those?
Yeah, they're really fun. They're like 2 hours long. They're text-adventure games. One's more expensive than the other one, like you play multiple characters. The first one's about robots, and you're like a detective robot on like the subway. And it's all about like basically a robot uprising because Mike Bithell really likes challenging the government for some reason. Probably because he was born in the era of bad British government, which is British government.
You just can't Britain.
Those games, and then the other one's like.
Shout out to Britain. We're sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're sorry. You should be sorry. We live in Australia.
You fucked over the entire world for generations to come.
Now you're dealing with it.
And Quarantine Circular is the alien comes to Earth. There's also a virus going on, like because we cured everything. There were like mega viruses exist. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Is the alien's fault? Let's find out. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and also Jack the Ripper. That game's really fun. I was invested in the story and the characters. Not very good, the story, but it's fun. Onrush racing game is not about winning the race. It's about taking out as many people as possible.
Yeah, I heard that game is actually really good.
It's really fun. Giant Bomb really liked it. Yeah, that was also a thing I did. Listen to all of the Game of the Year
It
deliberations.
was a marathon, wasn't
It's
it?
fucking exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And now I'm like, I don't even want to listen to that new stuff. I'm pretty good now. Like
Yeah.
the new episode's coming out. Spider-Man City That Never Sleeps. First episode with Black Hat, really good. Second and third one just focus on Hammerhead and the Mob. I'm not interested in that, and it sort of goes down. And then the second episode, they introduce an enemy that's really, really hard. He's like a jetpack. He flies directly at you. You can barely see him to dodge. And when you do dodge, he leaves like lava behind him. So if you do dodge, you land in lava.
So how do you beat it?
Kyron basically did, once he flies away, you impact web him against a wall when he's done. I wasn't that good.
He sounds like the kind of thing
I
that-
inspired him. That
It
was-
sounds like the kind of enemy that you may need to do that like web kick thing, like kick him as he comes towards you.
He also had the shield.
Oh,
So
fuck that
makes it-
guy.
it's
Fuck that
way too overpowered. To the point where, like, every time I was doing the Kingpin, not Kingpin, Hammerhead hideout thing, I just turned it down to friendly, or very friendly, whatever it's called now. And it went through that. Also, I hate the speedball challenges. The Taskmaster challenges.
Yeah.
What if that, but you had a constant annoying person in your ear the entire time, like Harley Quinn, but annoying. bad Harley Quinn.
That's not fun.
Who's also like trying to get followers and stuff.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah, it's not. I don't like her, but the missions are kind of. Assassin's Creed Legacy of the First Blade DLC Episode 1. It's fine with more Assassin's Creed. Deals with the dude who assassinated the Persian king. That was fun. Cool. Yeah, Perseus. And they keep adding more content. Here's VR. I got PlayStation VR. It's really good. Beat Saber makes you sweat a lot when you play on hard, to the point where I now put a headband so I don't sweat.
We both got PSVRs as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fun. So yeah, I have Beat Saber, Thumper, which is a rhythm game. You can press X, but like different version of X. You can fight bosses at the end of the level. It's fun. Astrobot, really good. I always picture it like Mario in VR, but not as good as Mario. Mario's God tier, but I'm not a fan of Mario. So. And Tetris Effect is also really good.
I want to give Tetris Effect in VR a shot.
You can do that while you're here if you want. If you've got time.
Oh, I don't have time.
It's really good, but I would not
You're not worth
spend
it.
$50.
It's hard for me to recommend that game for $50 unless you've got the money to throw at it. Spider-Verse is a really, really good movie.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that.
It's really good. Go check
It's
it out.
amazing.
Okay.
It's spectacular.
Alright, I should go check it out.
Aquaman. It's a really good movie. It's a fun movie. I don't know why it's on track to go to $1 billion.
You know why? Because Jason Momoa. That's all. That's the only reason.
But like, he's not a star. Like, he hasn't been in many things. He's been in Justice League, which was an ensemble. He's been in Game of Thrones, where he's not
That's
the main
it. That's
character.
it.
That's it. That's all it is, man. That's
Game
all it
of
is.
Thrones.
You know,
Everyone's like, I'm so wet for Game of Thrones.
You are absolutely underselling the impact Game of Thrones has.
But it's the first season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the one that started it all.
And it's one everyone's seen.
Yep. You are underselling the impact of Game of Thrones, and you're also underselling the impact of like people are just
Also,
waiting for Jason Momoa.
Khaleesi and dragons, and people are like, give me more dragons in Game of Thrones, and also they have a lot of sex on the screen, and
Yeah.
Jason Momoa has abs. And
Yeah, that's it. You are just people are horny for Jason Momoa, and that's just how it is.
I
I
knew
also
that.
found out he was in Baywatch. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Dude is old. Dude's been around for
He's
ages.
stuck in Atlantis.
Stargate Atlantis. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You also had the Conan movie that came
I
out.
liked him in Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
Really well.
Don't know why I thought, yeah, $1 billion is crazy, makes it the most profitable DC movie of all time. It's on.
I don't know much about Aquaman, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But
Even
I
as a
think
fan, like I've read the Jeff Johns run and a couple of stuff here and there. It's really good.
Oh,
It's basically like Star Wars, like Force Awakens, like planet hopping, except it's all kingdom hopping under sea.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
fun.
again, haven't seen it. May go see it. I don't know. DC has burned me too many times.
I think what ruins DC now is Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, we had this discussion last time I was here. We need to put Batman to bed.
Yeah.
Just put him to bed. He needs to go away for a while.
Speaking of Batman, Titans is the show I've been watching. It's about Dick Grayson after his breakup with Batman. Watched the first 3 episodes, not as bad as I thought. Everyone saw that trailer that came out? A real try-hard, grim dark, fuck Batman. And like, he says that. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. Like, I got kind of Inhumans vibe from it, like the TV show Inhumans, which is fucking god awful. This is not that bad. It's still dark, but it's kind of in the... It's not as good as Daredevil. Arrow has gone on way too long for that to have a quality.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's that kind of darkness, but it has its own darkness. In terms of like, Daredevil has its own like specific one. Arrow, first 2 seasons is dark at Nolan and trying to. Whereas this one is its own thing. Like, it's not trying to be Nolan, which is interesting, just considering that it is DC. It's good. And then Young Justice Outsiders, season 3 of Young Justice. Really good.
Okay.
Like, if you like the first 2 seasons.
Where are you watching these?
Titans is on Netflix.
Right.
Young Justice Outsiders is only through the DC streaming service, which I had to go get a extension on Google Chrome for a VPN. Boom, over the US, and now it makes my browser really slow.
Yeah. Yes, that's what VPNs do. Yeah.
So I'm not watching that in proper HD, which is annoying, but the content of the show is really good. It just hits the ground running with child trafficking and it's not on the Cartoon Network anymore, so people are straight up getting murdered. You don't see the slit throats, but you see the aftermath, like you see all the blood. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's not on Cartoon Network anymore. That's a good show. I really like Young Justice. Going through all that.
That's an eventful couple of weeks. Yeah. Do you have anything to add, Nathaniel? We'll move on to the year at large.
No, I've got some stuff. I played Smash Bros. We unlocked the entire roster. I haven't played much of the story though. I really want to do that.
I'm not going to worry about
The world
like,
life.
it's so I don't like it. I'm just going to do classic mode and try and finish that.
I don't mind it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, people seem to think there's a turn that happens that makes that World of Light mode even better.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it makes it worse.
No, I haven't made. Yeah.
What do you mean a turn?
It changes the nature of it or something like that. I don't know. Like I haven't
Basically,
played
go
it.
to the Dark World, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I want to do some of that. I want to play through all of Pokemon Let's Go because I got only so far and then Smash came out.
Have you got a main in Smash, like a person you're playing most as, or?
Ooh, I've been playing mostly as like, I think Young Link.
Okay.
Young Link's really good. He's really balanced. I
Yeah.
play him. I use Marth and his shadow character.
I use Young Link and I use Pikachu
Cool.
most of the time.
Rob's a
Pikachu's
robot.
better.
I'm still
Fuck Rob. I played some Pac-Man. Pac-Man Smash move is really insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just fly across the screen, but your character takes up half the screen. So if you start in the
yeah.
middle, everyone's fucked.
Nice.
The only person who managed to dodge it every time was Kyron, but that's because he would just go to the bottom of the screen and crouch until it's over.
What the bitch he is. Bitch.
What else?
That's just really good.
I got VR. That was fun. I've played Rick and Morty, virtual reality.
How is that?
I thought it was going to be a lot bigger because when you start off, you put in a disc and then it starts the game.
Yeah.
And then, like, a sane person would be like, oh, okay, so each disc is a part of the game. Is it like a different game mode? So once this is over, I'll unlock the next disc. But by the end of that first disc, you realise that each of those discs just sort of appear there over time, and it's just different parts of the main story. So it's like a selection menu,
Yeah.
which really is bad.
Yeah.
Because a lot of VR games, especially ones where you're like, oh, I picked this up and I put this down and stuff like that, so quick. They are only like 30 minutes of entertainment, and they all usually cost around $30 to $50 to $70.
Yes. VR games are experiences, not games at this point still.
Yeah.
But there are games.
You got to remember, like I've said to Kyron, I'm like, you've got to realize that VR is in the stage where fucking Tetris and Game Boys were.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
it's gonna get there, and it's gonna get there a lot quicker than that.
Pokemon VR.
Shut up.
I think that'll be in the next Nintendo thing, because I reckon VR. Not
They're
Pokemon
still
VR, but I
by
think
the Virtual
VR.
Boy.
No, I think they've got the ability to do it with the Switch because all they need to do is release a peripheral where you just slot the Switch into the
Haven't they already done that?
Yeah,
Even Labo?
Labo does that. But if they do it properly, like an actual USB-C connector, plug it in there, maybe give it a bit more power and juice from the headset, like they can do it.
Yeah, they could.
It's
But Virtual Boy use, I think they're still worried about that.
It'd be cool if they mixed it with the Switch.
one
It'd be cool if
remembers
they
that.
had a Switch with camera and you could use AR and just walk around in normal daytime, play Pokemon Go.
Yes.
They're buddy with Microsoft, so and Microsoft's doing the I forget what, but yeah, AR. So I wouldn't
Yeah, the
surprise-
That'd be
HoloLens. Yeah.
But what else was there? I played Accounting Plus. Have you heard of that?
You told me about it, but yeah.
Isn't it like the guys that made Job Simulator or something?
It's the guys who made the Stanley Parable
Oh.
and Justin Roiland.
Oh wow.
So it is just the most fucky game. I literally, you start the game off and you are in like this menu, which is a part of like the game itself. It's the first level. The menu is the first level.
Huh.
And it gives you a quick tutorial on how to use the stuff, how to turn around, different buttons to press and move controls, all that sort of stuff. And then when the game, like it's all very calm and quiet, and then when the game starts, like fucking rap beat drops. Fucking this big thing comes down and just says Accounting Plus and guns fire and cash comes up and stuff like that. And then down the bottom it's like title, I think it says title not confirmed or something like that.
Untitled project.
Yeah, like pending or whatever. Yeah. But then you go into the first level and it's accounting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pick up the phone and it's your bosses on the phone and they're like, okay, I need you to do this, and you're like, you're doing stuff while you're on the phone to them. And then they're like, all right, now pick this up. And then they're like, you're a waste of space, you're a waste of time, you know, we've been on the phone to you for a long time now. And like, they're just like, you know, regular boss shit. And then you pick up this VR headset and every level, to get out of the level, you either die or pick up another VR headset and put it on.
Huh.
And you put on the VR headset. And because in that accounting place, they're like, this is how you do accounting. You go into VR and you do all your accounting through the VR. You go in and then you end up in this forest. And then you go over and the phone rings and you pick up the phone and they're like, this is an accounting plus. And then this weird thing pops out from a tree and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing in my forest? It's my forest, fuck you. Like, it starts just screaming profanities at you.
Jesus.
And every time you touch something, it's like, put that down, that's mine. And you plant a seed and then it's like, you got my seed dirty. But yeah, you do all this stuff.
I think it's so weird.
Oh man.
It's weird.
It's
someone
insane.
constantly screaming at you.
It gets really good, but if you know how to play the game, it's like any of those short games. If you've seen someone play it in like a let's play, it's boring as fuck.
Because you just
breeze through it.
Yeah.
But like, because you just know where everything is.
Yeah.
But if you go into it with fresh eyes, you just like you have so much fun. But I played it for hours. Kyron went in there and finished in like 20 minutes because he watched me play it.
Yeah.
So he was like, I already know what happens. And then he was like, oh, it was alright, I guess, but he already saw everything. What else? There was also like some sort of game theory thing that happened there. Fucking.
Did he get like DMCA'd or something? Like.
Oh, I can't remember, but the dude from Game Theory was like, what's his name? Matt Pat. From
Yeah.
Game Theory. He was like, I want to find out more about this game because they did an interview and they're like, is there anything else in the game? And then while they were all there, they're like, oh yeah, there's a secret zoo level. And then everyone's like, oh my god, but then when they've been like interviewed about it one-on-one, they all say different stuff. There's not a secret zoo level. It's just Justin Roiland being Justin Roiland. And they do make a secret level, but it's not a zoo level and all that sort of shit. And then people have wasted fucking hours trying to find it. Matt Pat went and tried all of this different shit in the game, and then he reached into the source code and couldn't find anything to do with it, but he learned a bunch about VR and how it works. Apparently, all those VR rooms, all the objects that you pick up and stuff, it's all one object. It just has physics in the object. So every little thing is all part of the same thing.
That's cool.
I also played Super Hot.
Super Hot's rad.
Really fucking fun.
It's rad.
When you play it for the first time, you get goosebumps because you're just like, this is getting creepy.
Yeah.
And when you play VR for quite a while, you do get so immersed that you're just like, I'm in the game now. And then you get out of it and you're like, oh.
I had that happen.
I want to go back.
I started asking about it like 4:30 or so. Took the headset off at 7 o'clock. Completely dark. I'm like, oh shit, time passed.
That's what I was
Put me
saying
back.
to.
Put me back.
I was saying that to Dean. I was like, there's one thing I wish that they could somehow implement, but they need to do it in a way that it's not going to ruin immersion. They need a clock there.
The easiest thing you can do is just press a home button.
Yeah, and
Just add a button onto there, like, because we have share buttons and screenshot buttons. Just a button that you click on the thing, and it's just like it brings up the time.
Yeah. It would be nice to have
The
something.
thing is, I feel like they don't need to because most people can only play VR for a really short bursts before they start to feel nauseous or just get annoyed.
I had to buy ginger tablets because
The longest-
got made me nauseous.
Yeah, the longest I played it is 6 hours.
Yeah,
Straight.
I can only do about half an hour. Not necessarily nausea, but the headset just gets hot, sweaty, and I'm just like, I need to get out of this thing. I need to get out.
I constantly do
breathe.
these ones and then just wipe it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm just like, shit.
It's so fucking stupid. Oh, VR, it's still a ways away, but yeah.
It's really fun.
I think
I've also
the
played
closest that
some.
we were being like in the 90s when we were trying it out. It was for
Yeah.
an hour. Like it's here. We've got it. It works. But there's so many improvements. That's the word I'm looking for. That we can do, and it's going to get really.
I
good.
played Bound as well, which is it's the first game I got with VR, but it's not a VR game. It just you can play with VR.
Yeah.
And it's
kind
kind
of
of
Tetris
it
situation.
reminds me of Ryan. What were you saying? Sorry?
It's like a Tetris situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except like it's really weird because it's a third-person game and you run around in it. The only thing that's VR is the camera angles. So like if you're playing normally, I'm assuming it would just be normal camera angles. But with VR headset, like your camera angles up here, you've got to use the camera toggle to just like move around and see stuff. And it's not really comfortable.
Really changed.
Yeah, and it
It
does
does
like because
like
it's
does that. Like you are the camera and you control it, but you can also like look behind stuff and all behind you to like find stuff.
I got the demo of PlayStation Worlds, and just the menu of that fucking thing is so immersive. You're just like, you hit the ball and it goes like,
yeah, that's
each ball has different physics. Like you have the underwater one, and you can put your controller in this air bubble, and your controller is like dry. And then you take it out and it's all wet again.
That's actually one of the smartest things they did with VR was have the controller in game.
Yeah, that was
like,
really fucking. They did so well with that in PlayStation.
Yeah.
Having that with the PlayStation camera and everything.
Yeah.
My housemate's partner, who was not a gamer, she was talking about like how it really like you'd have to know the buttons so well to play VR because you can't see the controller. And then like I told her about that you can see the controller. Like actually, it only has the buttons you use. Like in the menu, it's just X and circle that it has highlighted. And then when you're in the game, it's just X and square. That's what you use in those levels. It doesn't have the triggers because you don't use the triggers.
Yeah.
And it makes it super simple, and it's like it's made for people who like. Yeah, and also the controller is an object you use in the game. Like you get a thing, you get an upgrade, and you can like use rope or shoot balloons or.
I went back and played the camera game that every PlayStation comes with.
Yeah. Playroom.
Yeah, Playroom. And I played it with VR. I got with my VR headset on. It was a little bit trippy because it does the thing where the camera turns on and it comes up on screen showing you the room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
weird.
I was sitting there in the middle of the room on the couch, and I had Dean, Kyron, Anna, and Nina as well. And I'm just sitting there with this headset on doing these ones. And I'm just like, I can see everyone, and people like interacting with me. And from the angle of the camera, I could see what I was
that's
doing.
So weird.
So it was like playing a game with my body. It was fucking like. It was weird as shit. I couldn't see anything, but I could see everything.
Literal out-of-body experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucked up. Like my eyes were like over on the TV stand.
That's super weird. That's cool.
But yeah, the other cool thing was like the air hockey stuff that they have on that.
Oh yeah.
With the camera and the controllers and stuff. I played that with Dean and Kyron and stuff, and that was really fun. It was just for the PlayStation camera, but in VR it was really fun.
Cool. Want to hear some good news?
What?
We haven't been recording audio.
What?
This whole time?
This whole time. I just started it now. We have camera audio, and it's awful. Fuck. Sorry, but let's continue, because I think the content we're doing is good.
Why?
That sucks. How long have we been recording?
That's what I wanted to check, and I don't know.
Long fucking time. Damn
Do you
it.
think the camera battery has lasted this
It's
long?
It's plugged in, so it's fine.
Damn, that
But it's going to be
sucks.
camera audio, and that's going to suck
I'm
ass.
so sorry.
Oh, fuck. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
What else? Nothing really.
No.
Let's talk about 2019.
Yeah, because we're off to a
Hopefully I'll
banging
learn how to
start.
click the recording button in 2019.
Oh, God.
You know, it'd be really cool if we had like a pad that we could all see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'd be nice if we had a lot of things.
It'd be nice if we had a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First movie of the year of significance, Glass.
What?
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
the-
interested in that.
It's the sequel to Split, M. Night
Yeah.
Shyamalan.
Oh, right.
It's come out, apparently it's awful. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
I don't care. Well, the twist, I don't care.
Lego Movie 2.
Oh, there's Lego Movie 2?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not super into movies at this
Yeah.
point in my life, but that's cool. I'll go see that. Lego Movie.
They're
was
doing the
pretty
same
good.
mistake they did with Lego Batman and the first movie, is that like in Australia, it's coming out 2 months after America does. And the first movie was like one of the most pirated movies in Australia. So,
Yeah. Well, that's their own fucking fault.
yep. Excited for that, Nathaniel?
No,
Lego?
I don't watch Lego movies.
Oh.
The first one is
They're
great.
good.
The actual
I've
first
watched
Lego
the
movie
first
is
Lego
good.
movie.
It's
but-
really, really good. I just wonder what else they do with it, because I felt like they did everything they needed to.
Yeah,
in that
no, that's
No.
my thing, is that like Lego Batman
Actually-
was a more thing.
On a plane, the Lego movies are excellent to watch.
There is the plane experience, which I've never had, but that is its own scale rating.
Yes. Yeah.
Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, actually, I really want to see that.
Okay, this
I
movie
really wanna
looks
see that.
weird. It's giving me way too many Ghost in the Shell vibes.
I'm cool with it because it's actually it's a director who has a love of anime attempting to do that for the West
You're right.
in real life. So I'm
It
like,
is
okay.
Robert Rodriguez. So,
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I want to give that a shot. Also, I like Christoph Waltz.
yeah. Happy Death Day to You. I think this is a sequel to Happy Death Day, which is the Groundhog Day,
Yeah.
but it's her birthday and she gets killed every day, and then
Fuck, that's fucked up.
Did you
All
not
right.
see the trailers for that?
No.
Happy Death Day. I'm
Again,
like, this is
I don't do a lot of media anymore
Fair
apart
enough.
from video games. So
How to Train Your Dragon 3.
I watched that.
Yeah, is it getting good?
Nina cried because
Okay.
she was really into How to Train Your
Yeah.
Dragon from like the very start.
Yeah.
And she's watched all of the TV shows, she's read the books, she's been really into it, and How to Train Your Dragon 3 was the end.
oh,
It
wow.
is? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it was actually quite sad.
Oh, okay.
Because like obviously the end is the end. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, it does close off everything, which
Okay.
she didn't really expect to have such a.
Yeah, that's fair
Such a
enough.
definitive,
Impact.
yeah, definitive
Right.
end. Okay.
It was still a good happy ending.
Good, yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
I'm
The
excited
first Marvel
for that.
movie of the year.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
I want Shazam.
That
I
comes
want
out the next
Shazam.
month, which they're both Captain Marvels, so...
Technically Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel looks good. I'm really excited for that. I think that looks another like. It'll be good to have another standalone.
Yeah.
Free from all the other stuff. Shazam looks like dog shit.
We need
That's
another
just
trailer, because at the moment it's just him walking around.
just for me, like the way Shazam, like the way that trailer was presented, is just like the opposite of anything I find funny.
Fair enough.
So I'm just looking at it going, nah, 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 nah. So unless they do another trailer that actually make it look good,
Yeah.
it looks like the kind of humor that I'm like, God, fuck you.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
fair.
Yeah.
Us, Jordan Peele's next movie. He did Get Out.
Oh,
This is
right.
his next movie.
Okay.
Get Out was a really
Get Out's
important horror
excellent.
movie, but it's also racially important.
Oh,
I've never seen
that
it.
one.
Yeah,
where
it won a
it's-
bunch of shit,
It's
which is...
excellent.
Yeah.
It is really,
so
really
yeah,
good.
he's now doing another movie
Yeah.
called Us.
Cool.
Same vein, probably really good. We'll see. Everyone's like, oh, are they going to do as well as the second movie? Because everyone's second movie usually isn't as good.
Well, we'll see.
Or it could be better. Dumbo by Tim Burton.
Fuck off.
The
Fuck
live-action
off.
Dumbo movie.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
I
are you
am-
actually serious?
I am hating all of these live-action remakes from Disney. Like they
Or
just
even CGI remakes, yeah.
even that, like just
What was
turning me off.
Yeah.
Just the only one so far that has made me go, huh, is The Lion King.
Yeah. That's one I want to watch. I at least want to watch the first 10 minutes. Like, I'm happy to pay $10 for 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my favorite YouTubers who used to be a Viner, his name is Drew Gooden. He did a video on all of the live action movies that Disney's doing and how much it's pissing him off. Because he's like, for example, a lot of the kids live action movies that are coming out, Kim Possible remake into a live movie adaptation. He's like, that's fine. You're making kids movie for kids, but why does it have to be Kim Possible? None of these kids know about Kim Possible.
Exactly. Like, they did a Ben 10 live-action movie
What
when
is-
Ben 10 was relevant.
Yeah.
What is the market you are serving?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who are you trying to get into?
Because no one who saw Kim Possible is going to find this movie good. The goth girl isn't even hot. Like, and Kim Possible, have you seen the trailer for it?
I've seen screenshots, and I'm like, this is the
So
Disney Channel
bad.
budget.
She's like trying to reach the bus, and then she's got this guy in her ear, and he's like, "You got to get to the bus really quickly, or else it's gonna leave without you for school." And then she's like running with a grappling hook for some fucking reason, and it looks like the
The
worst.
point of Kim Possible was that she's not like the whole thing that made it cool was that like the high school shit never bothered her.
Yeah.
Like her general.
Yeah, she was
being-
good at it, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I'm a good high schooler. I don't need to worry about missing the bus. I'll just get to school late. It's fine. She would just like that stuff. Like the only thing that bothered her was like relationships. That was difficult for her, which is
And
fine.
saving
It's
the world
difficult for
every day.
anyone, but
Yeah.
she's saving the world. And high school, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll deal with it. That was what's cool about
Yeah.
her. Her chasing after a bus and the person in her ear being like, "You gotta make it to the bus, man." Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's really bad. But like, the props are even shit. Like this grappling hook looks like they bought it from Wish.
Yeah. God, it reminds me of when they did the film adaptation of Stormbreaker, which is a series of books. And the
Sounds like a book.
the books is basically this. God, I wish I could remember it properly, but it's basically a series of books about like a 14-year-old who ends up being a super spy. And the books,
I have
Alex
heard about that.
Ridley.
Alex Rider.
Alex Rider. I
Yeah.
think is it. Yeah. But the books are like violent and grounded, and like there are moments where this 14-year-old kid is like choking someone out violently,
Jesus
where he gets like left for dead and stuff like that, because he's a spy, but he's also 14.
Yeah.
But it's about like putting that actual, like, what would it actually be like in there?
Yeah.
And he's like an orphan or something like that. And they just made the movie like a happy romp kids movie, and it just fucking sucked. It was like, no, because he's meant to be actually like, the weight of the world is on this kid's shoulders, and it's actually fascinating to read through it and actually get through all of it, and see this kid mature way faster than he should be.
Yeah.
But no, it was just one of those goofy spy action kids. It was basically Spy Kids.
It was basically Cody Banks 3.
Yes. Yeah, basically. Fucking shit show. Anyway.
Speaking of book adaptations, they're remaking Pet Sematary.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All because it was a joke in Justice League. That's the only reason I put it down to. I don't think that is it, but it's the only relevance anyone has ever talked about that movie.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah,
And also Stephen King popular right now.
I'm really over
Stephen King's
Stephen
always
King
popular.
shit.
Fine.
Just
Like,
I'm just really
whatever.
done
Like
with it.
you're not meant to watch all of it. You're meant to watch like the stuff that.
That you like. 'Cause
Yeah.
Stephen King's always going to be popular.
I'm-
He's a timeless writer.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever really been interested in any of Stephen King's stuff generally. And the thing that I don't like about these adaptations is that every time something does come out about Stephen King, the people who've read the books or have been really invested, I get it from both sides, because I don't give a shit about it at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of the people who watch it and it's like, this is amazing, fuck the books. I get that, but I also fucking hate it when people say that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let
and-
people enjoy their media the way they
Yeah.
want to enjoy their media.
And then all the people who like
the books.
the books
Yeah.
are
Your book
like,
was
it's
better."
not the way that I like it, but I'm still gonna watch every single fucking episode.
I'm still going to hand them money
Yeah.
Yeah.
over the counter.
Speaking
Like-
of such scenarios, Hellboy.
I saw
I
that
haven't
trailer.
seen it. I haven't been
It's
bothered.
weird.
I think that I don't think that trailer is indicative of the movie. The trailer
No.
seems like it's going after the Suicide Squad crowd.
Oh no.
Yeah, like it
Like that trailer.
but it
like
wasn't quite there. Like, it didn't annoy me as much as the Suicide
No.
Squad trailer, but it was like, it just seemed tonally off. But like just tonally off. Of like, I can see where this movie might be good. It's still weird seeing someone other than Ron Perlman as Hellboy, because he just is Hellboy.
And Ron Perlman has such a cadence to him that like
Yeah.
I'm used to this specific performance. Whereas this one, he's close, but he's not.
But it's
just like-
different.
but he's doing his own thing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I do want to watch that movie. Like,
Yes, I want to see it because I enjoyed the Hellboy movies. I enjoy Hellboy as a concept.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check that out. But it was really, really weird. It's just, you should see the trailer.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is like, it's not bad, it's not good, it just is.
I think it's just a trailer that
Yeah, and
I think yeah.
But and that's the other thing, is that it's unlike other trailers where you look at the trailer and go, that movie's bad, that movie's good. I'm looking at the trailer and going, I think the trailer is bad, but the movie might be excellent.
Yeah.
Because the stuff in the trailer, like, it's super weird. Like, I was like, that trailer, I don't know why, but there are moments in the trailer that are good, but because of the editing or the cutting or the music or whatever it is, it just doesn't
The
work.
music is a big problem with that trailer.
But I'm just looking at it going like, I'm pretty sure if I watch this movie, I'm going to be satisfied. And that's the weirdest thing to say from a movie where the trailer is bad. So I have no idea what's going on with that film, but I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of no idea what that movie is, Avengers Endgame.
But I know exactly what that movie is.
But do you?
Yes! Look, come on, no one, like, everyone is like going, what's going to happen in Endgame? They're going to win. Like, Thanos is going to be defeated. Like, it's not a big spoiler that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The thing is,
the end, like the literal end point of that. Everyone knows, but how they get there.
yeah,
Is it
and that's the thing is
multiverse?
Marvel has
time
created
travel?
this scenario where for the first time in a long time, everyone is more interested in how they get there than what is actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that differs Marvel from the Game of Thrones phenomenon. Because Game of Thrones, everyone's like, how's it going to end? How's it going to end? How's it going to end? In this one, it's like, we know how it's going to end. How do you get there? And that's fine. I'm interested to see that ride. It's probably going to be fantastic. Infinity War was fantastic.
Yeah, I like Infinity War. I want to see all those characters working together. I want to see Rocket be very upset and angry.
Yeah.
He's either
The
going to
first 20
be
minutes of that movie is just going to be moping.
Oh man, it's gonna
Which
be
is-
it's gonna be raw. Like,
I
it's
think
gonna
I
be
am going
so
to watch Infinity
raw.
War.
It's going to be
before I
super
watch.
mopey, I think, until Ant-Man shows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ant-Man will bring levity, but then there'll also be other characters and there'll
Yeah.
be interactions and Thor. Blah, blah,
It's
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
That
It's
first.
not going to be a grimdark DC movie. It's just going to be
No.
sad for a
Also,
bit.
what happened to all those Asgardians?
They got
Only-
shipped off. They literally got shipped off. The ones that didn't die got shipped off. They ran away with Korg and
Yeah, only a
Valkyrie.
third. Only a third of them survived. I
Yeah.
believe is the current tally. A third
Which is
of
still
Asgard.
fuck all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's barely anyone.
It's kind of sad because at the end of Ragnarok, it's like Asgard is where we are, and then like 2/3 of them
Yeah,
die.
yeah, that's the thing is like I'm actually like he's one of the characters I want to see, like properly.
Thor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thor. Like what is happening to him because he out of everyone has to be the most broken.
I think
They
Thor
hint at that, like they
and
pretty much like
Rocket-
say he's got nothing. He's fighting for nothing now. Like if he fails, what's the point? Like he doesn't care if he fails. That's
Yeah.
why he's going. He's throwing himself at death's door at every turn just
Yeah.
to try and like one get the hammer back, two kill Thanos. And now that didn't work, he's fucked.
Yeah,
He
he's
probably will feel responsible for the
he's
death
the
of half the
character.
universe.
He's the character over the last decade of Marvel films that I have gone to least interested into to most interested
Yeah.
into.
The thing I'm really excited for is all of the main Avengers, like especially the main Avengers, have very good reasons to have the winning kill on, like the winning blow on Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
All
who's
of
gonna
them.
get
In
it
the
done?
books, it's Nebula.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I don't know if they'll go with that. She's still alive, so
Yeah.
they could.
I don't know if they. Well, the thing is, like, and I guess the question that we're gonna have in Endgame, like one of the questions,
Pepper
is,
Potts will win.
no, because Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah, anyway. One of the questions I think is going to be is: are they going to use this as a setup for the new Avengers, or as a close off for the old Avengers? So
I
who's
think if-
going to take center stage at the end of this?
I think it'll be what Age of Ultron did, where it will be about the main Avengers, but then by the end of it, it's that final shot of the new Avengers.
But the thing is, they did that with Age of Ultron, and nothing's happened with.
We
those
got
yet.
like 20 minutes at the start of Civil War with it,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
and then Vision died.
Yeah.
Like that's all that happened.
Yeah, but they're definitely
Vision?
gonna come back.
Yeah.
In Infinity War.
In Infinity
Yeah,
War,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
two major things that have happened from that group of like the end of Age of Ultron, where they show the shot of like new Avengers. It's like, well,
One's paralyzed,
Wanda's been super.
and she's
yeah.
dust as well now.
Yes, yeah, she's
Yeah.
dust, but also she's been a part of all the movies, but not really done anything in any of
Yeah.
the movies. And that's been my biggest problem with Scarlet Witch is that she is a central part of all of the movies for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
She's just there.
We have an Olsen.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like oh, she's super powerful and she fucks up once and then that's like she gets no development. It never works out.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
What was I going to say?
But yeah, so from that last shot of Age of Ultron, where they're like, these are the new,
yeah.
like we hear the new Avengers. It's like, okay, cool. One's paralyzed, like you said.
Yeah.
Is that?
Rhodey.
Rhodey, yeah.
Yeah, Rhodey's paralyzed. Wanda's dust. Falcon's dust.
Falcon is dust, yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Falcon's dust, and Vision's dead.
He's dead on multiple.
The
accounts.
new Avengers.
Bucky's also dead.
No, the new from that. I think
Bucky-
the next lot will be
Bucky's
Spider-Man,
dust.
Captain Marvel,
Is Bucky dead or dust?
Dust.
Yes, dust.
And so is Black Panther.
Yes.
Is Black Panther dust?
Yeah.
Because it was fake out, like they were shooting at Okoye, his general, and then it's just like, oh, she's gonna die, and then it cuts to Black Panther, like he just became a billion-dollar movie. So that's a surprise.
But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is like all of the new Avengers were dusted.
Yeah, from Age of Ultron.
And so what are they going to do? Are they going to? So the majority of the movie is going to have to be the old Avengers.
Yeah, I think it is.
Are they going to? So that's the thing. Is it going to be one of them that probably makes the final blow or does something to it? But then, how does this movie end off? Does it end off with the Avengers standing tall, or does it end off with them passing the reins over?
Yeah.
Which I would hope is it's the latter.
I think it is passing there because everyone's contract's up. There's a whole new group of Avengers. There's Doctor Strange, there's Spider-Man, there's Captain Marvel, there's Black Panther.
Yeah, I don't think.
And then going forth, there'll be the...
I think Iron Man will get killed in this one.
Yeah, or sacrifice himself.
I don't know.
He's the one who started it, he's the one who's going to finish it.
Yeah, I think he'll finish it. I just don't think he'll die.
I don't know.
I
if
think
he's
he'll
gonna die.
survive it.
Everyone's like, I've been expecting Captain America to die since the since Civil
War. Yeah.
And that didn't happen, so I've been like waiting. He can do Infinity War. He doesn't. So I've been like waiting for that. Now I'm convinced that they're just not going to kill anyone.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
I think they're going to put him on the back burner. The actors are going to take a break and then come back, like Robert Downey Jr., like come back every now and then, because his contract really ended with Iron Man 3, and they keep getting him back.
Yeah,
Just by
they will just let it happen, because then eventually, like in 20 years' time, when they keep making these movies and they want to do like a big big event kind of thing, they can, after 20 years, they can bring Robert Downey Jr. back for a cameo in one scene, and everyone loses their fucking mind in the cinema. Because holy shit, it's Robert Downey Jr., it's the original Iron Man, or whatever. You can do that, so they don't need to kill them. They won't kill them.
That's what I think is going to happen. The next movie, Detective Pikachu.
Oh, fuck,
I'm
yes!
so excited for that.
Motherfucker, yes!
I
We
love
shouldn't
the
be
fucking
excited for
memes.
this. This is an awful idea.
No, it's not. It's a fantastic idea.
It is, but in an awful way.
No, it's a great way.
My Deadpool 3.
It's more or less what it is. But like for
No.
kids. Deadpool for kids, which is Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, it's just it's so good, because it's not. Yes, kids are gonna go see it because it's Pokemon, but it's not for the kids. It's actually for us.
Yeah.
The way this thing is being done, it's for us.
I think it is
I'm
PG.
so
Oh, no,
excited.
it's probably just PG. Not
it's probably
13.
just PG.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for us. It's
Yeah.
it's like it's as gritty as they can possibly get, but still being.
I'm
servicing
just
child.
so incredibly surprised that they fucking what's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds managed to get the Pokemon company to let him play Pikachu.
I don't know how that shakes down.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a story there somewhere, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's going to be.
It's
This is going to
so
be.
good.
This will probably, fingers crossed, because it turns out that could just be a really good trailer. The rest of it could go tits up. But this will probably be the best video game movie.
Well, the
Which
thing.
is good, because we're finally getting good video game adaptation. Like we had Castlevania, which is not just a good video adaptation; it is a really good series in anime in general.
The thing with Detective Pikachu, though, is that I don't think the movie's going to be mind blowing. Like, it's not going to be a piece of cinema that is fucking oh my god, it's going to change the way we think of movies. No, it's going to be it's a pretty stock standard story if it's following the movie, following the story of the games.
Yeah.
It's a pretty stock standard murder mystery revenge story. It's going to follow those beats pretty well. The thing that I'm looking forward to is how they characterize the Pokemon. How they bring all those to life, because those Pokemon look fucking sick. It looks so fucking
Some of them are
good.
creepy because they're realistic
Some of them
for
are-
the first time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Charizard looks very not good.
Oh, I love the way Charizard looks. It looks like a fucking
But
dragon.
the one that creeps me out is Psyduck, just because he
Mr.
feathers.
Mime.
Like,
Jigglypuff.
Mr. Mime is
Oh,
creepy,
Mr.
but he's
Mime.
creepy in general.
I
Yes.
fucking love the meme that came out of that. It's I don't know about you guys, but if I could kill any Pokemon, it would be a Mr. Mime. Not because Mr. Mime is weak, but just because if I ever saw a Mr. Mime, I'd be filled with the exact power I'd need to kill Mr. Mime.
Yes. Fucking Mr. Mime. That thing is fucking. Ugh. Oh boy. And I think the humor in that movie might work as well. Like the Mr. Mime part where he's telling him to go screw himself.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that movie, and I think it's going to be great.
In a complete 180, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum.
No, not really.
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
I mean, he's just upset about his dead dog. Really?
I don't know. He's got a horse in this one.
I watched
so-
John Wick
John Wick.
John Wick.
2 with Dad when he came to visit,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "This is entertaining."
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
if
all it is.
It's a movie I can actually really enjoy while watching a movie with my dad.
Yes. Yeah.
They are just not mindless. They're mindful action movies. Not the story isn't what's grabbing. It's the specific action because they're just stuntmen. They're the stuntmen from Matrix making a movie,
Yeah.
and then
It's all about the way the action looks in
Yeah.
those movies, and they always look great. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm just excited for more John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Man, a adaptation of a biopic. Sorry, of what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's a hat. Elton John finally wrote it in the synopsis.
I
think
He's a hat.
they're doing a
Elton John.
biopic for Elton John.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
what's
that'll be fascinating if they do it. If they do it better than the Queen one.
I've heard a lot of good stuff. I don't know stuff
The
about
Queen biopic is Bohemian Rhapsody is absolutely an amazingly shot film and performed film. But the problem is it was Queen the band had their hands all over it, so it is very much the sanitized they were a band that struggled and made it to the top, man, and that's it. None of the backstage politics, none of the lead singer dealing with the fact that he was actually gay.
He was bi, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah, he had a gay relationship.
And that came out, and at the time it didn't matter. Like, the bi, you were gay. That's how the public perceived you.
Yeah.
And him dealing with AIDS as well.
Yeah.
And that being a backlash as well. None of that gritty stuff really got into the movie. It was all just kind of like, and he made it to the end of his life. Like, fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
If they deal with Elton John's life and struggles, that will be a fascinating movie.
It'll be interesting if they do that.
Because
the guy they got playing him is Taron Egerton from Kingsman.
Oh, okay.
Which I think this movie has come up because of their collaborations in Kingsman 2.
Yes, yeah.
Like, they're just talking like, well,
But if they do it properly, because it'd be fascinating. So, like, he was apparently very close to Princess Diana.
yeah, I was about to bring that up.
And that will be a fascinating thing to watch on film. So if that thing is not micromanaged to death and actually given the time to breathe and as a proper story,
Considering the guy is still alive, I think.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah. And it's the one guy, it's not 50 different, well,
Yeah,
5 different
well,
people.
we'll see. Because the other thing is, like, how much does that guy, Elton John, because also respecting his privacy, how much does he want out there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aladdin, live action remake.
I don't want Will Smith in anything anymore. Not since YouTube Rewind. No, I don't.
I'm okay with Will
When-
Smith being the
when
genie,
is-
but, like, I saw the cast list of this and I was like, this is fucking, like, you want to talk about
When
weird
has
casting?
Will
What do you
Smith
mean
been in
casting?
any good movie since Suicide Squad?
Can you pull up who's playing Aladdin?
It's just some Indian guy.
It's just some idiot.
It is.
What's his name?
Nassim Pedrad, I think.
Yeah, okay, I don't know who that is.
It's just, yeah, they're casting.
It's just, I took a look
Race
at him,
appropriate.
someone who is of Indian descent.
Yeah.
He's the whitest Indian dude I've ever seen.
Exactly, it's still Hollywood.
Like, and that really pissed me off
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why.
actually looked
I got no
at it.
problem with him. He's fine.
Yeah.
Again, but they're just looking at it and going like, you did it again, Hollywood. You, like, tried really hard and then fucking failed.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't you just pick up an actual Indian person?
Yeah.
And there'd be plenty of talent out there.
Plenty. There's 1
Plenty.
billion of us.
Yeah.
Rahul
Fucking-
Kohli.
Yeah, fucking just throw a dart at India and just pick one of the fuckers. They'll do the job fine. Have you seen a Bollywood film?
Yeah, I
We
was
can
about
all
to say
dance and
Bollywood
sing.
exists, so they're fucking set.
Yeah.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I love that. Oh Lord, you coming?
This is going to be a movie. Turns out it's basically Godzilla featuring all of his
Yeah,
rivals.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I haven't
Godzilla
seen those
featuring
movies yet, like the
breakfast.
King Kong or the first Godzilla movie from this era.
Mm.
But I should watch them because they're movies. I'm like, this is just going to be dumb fun. But
Yeah,
it's
it's
long. I think that's the reason I haven't, because they're like 2.5 hours long. I'm like, monster
They're
movies
long.
shouldn't be this long.
No, they're
And also
monster
they
films.
focus on the people, which is, I don't give a fuck about people.
Nope. Give me more of the Kong. But
Give
yeah,
me that Kong. Secret Life of Pets 2.
Sure, whatever.
Dark Phoenix is
What?
finally fucking coming out.
What's that?
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
What?
is that the
Really?
one? Ah.
What's it about?
Dark Phoenix.
Who fucking cares?
Who's that?
Move
The
on.
Phoenix.
It's gonna be trash.
I
Jean
don't
Grey.
Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Sophia Turner.
Sophie
that?
Turner. Sophie Turner. Sansa
Sophie,
Stark
my-
from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Sansa Stark.
The redhead.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Not really.
Have you seen the most recent X-Men films?
Yeah.
She's the redhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
movie
yeah,
about her.
gotcha.
And it's got aliens in it now, which is what that series means. I cannot
So-
wait for that to get back to Marvel.
Is this? Yeah. What I was about to say. Are they actually doing another X-Men movie? Or is
Yes.
This just like one
X-Men
specific-
Dark Phoenix.
The last one before Disney.
Before
gets it.
Disney takes it back.
Good.
So yeah.
Oh, but there's another one after that, The New Mutants.
What is
which
that?
Is it was.
Why?
It was
What?
a horror movie,
No.
basically starring kids. It was
No.
basically going to be a horror movie.
No.
The concept
Stop.
always sounded
No.
good, but the trailer
Shut
was
up.
awful.
No. I refuse.
I don't know.
We've had like 12 too many X-Men movies at this point. Stop.
Men in Black
Blasphemy.
International.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
This is going to be a fun movie.
Yeah.
Starring Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's going to be fun.
That'll be fun.
It's just more. It's
Who was it? Who was the actor that Liam Neeson
Liam Neeson.
is the like Zed?
yeah.
Which I was like, okay, that's a good
and it's
casting.
got what's the chops in it? Another British lady. I forget. Another British person we all know. She's from everything.
yeah. Fuck, I can't remember now.
Yeah. Whatever.
But no, like I saw the casting for that, and I was like, look, if they were going to make a new Men in Black movie for this day and age, that's as good as you could probably do.
Yeah.
That combination of actors. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I liked Men in Black 3. I've never thought Men in Black was amazing. I mean, 1's the best, 2's okay, and 3's a really nice way to tie it all off. I'm cool with the next one. Yeah.
Yeah. And Thor Ragnarok was great with them in it. So
Yeah, sure. Why
and
not?
it's the director of it's F. Gary Gray who did what did he do? He did Up Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Oh, okay.
Up Compton Road.
I think I was going to say that.
Up Compton Drive.
Straight out of Compton's a-
You could say that.
Yes, yeah. You probably should stop. Straight Outta Compton's a good film. This is totally different, obviously. But the thing I like about it is like Liam Neeson is actually like a. I know Chris Hemsworth can be funny. Tessa Thompson.
Ghostbusters exists. Ghostbusters exists with him being funny in it. I don't know if that. I'm not saying that's a good.
Never
movie,
saw
but
that
he's funny.
film.
No,
Don't know, but I know he can be funny.
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson, I know can be funny as well. Liam Neeson absolutely has comedic timing. If you put him in the right role, he can absolutely make you laugh.
He's
What did I
great in
see
Love
him
Actually.
in that was
Yes.
hilarious. I can't remember though. I saw him in something and I just remember being like, yeah, he is really funny.
He's
But I can't
fucking
remember what it
great.
would-
He's really, really good.
Toy Story 4. This is a movie I do not want to exist. For me,
No.
Toy Story 3 was
I
had a
thought,
perfect
yeah.
ending.
Yeah, Toy Story 3 was absolutely perfect.
I was happy with the end of Toy Story.
Yeah, and now but that movie made $1 billion. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's getting another one, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it is. And I just won't watch it. It's going to be like it's Toy Story: The Next Generation of Kids. It's the same toys, but so that doesn't interest me at all.
Okay.
They should do Toy Story, but with consoles.
I will wait.
If this was a Toy Story 4 with like a whole new set of toys, and with-
Maybe.
I was about to say they should do Toy Story, but with video games. I'm like, that's just Wreck-It Ralph.
it's just Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, no, that's just the modern Jumanji.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it
true.
is, yeah. Which is getting
Getting
a
a
third
sequel.
movie.
I know.
But the thing with Toy Story is that I'll probably wait and see how the reviews go on that one, because like if it's good, I'll go see it.
Yeah.
I like Toy Story, and there's no reason to say that they won't like do a Marvel on this shit, and like this Toy Story will just be them passing the reins to another
That's
set
what
of
I
toys.
thought the third one was. but
No,
it
because
wasn't.
those toys weren't the kind that you can make iconic.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a Woody and a Buzz in there. Like, they need to make a new set of those,
Yeah.
and I think they will.
Another Grudge remake.
Oh, fucking who cares?
I know. Ford vs Ferrari, directed by James Mangold, starring Christian Bale, Matt Damon, John Berthnell.
Sure,
Wow.
whatever. Okay.
That sounds like it'll be a good movie. I do not care about Ford nor Ferrari. Sorry, James Mangold.
That's weird.
Untitled Annabelle sequel.
Yep.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Is that due this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in July. It's the first Phase 4 movie.
Okay.
I think it's meant to be the palette, like the...
The palette cleanser?
Yeah, of like, fucking big movie. It's just Spider-Man.
Yeah, Far From Home. We'll reserve judgment until after Endgame.
Homecoming was great.
Homecoming was great.
Spider-Verse was great. Venom was bad. But
Fucking Spider-Verse was amazing.
All right.
Lion King.
Yes, I want to see that one. That live adaptation, I want to see.
I think I heard Kyron talking to you about Spider-Verse the other day, and it was how Nick Cage was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm pretty sure that Nick Cage had just walked in and started talking. They're like, I guess that's what we'll do.
It's great. John Mulaney, Spider-Ham. It's great.
It's fucking amazing.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a Tarantino movie. Starring all the Tarantino actors.
Yep. And Tarantino.
Yeah, probably.
He's always in it. I love a good Tarantino film. I fucking love Tarantino films, actually, so I will probably see that.
Hobbs and Shaw. The Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
What?
The Rock and Jason Statham.
Oh, right.
It's that movie.
Right. Okay.
Artemis Fowl. Directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Fucking what?
Artemis
Yeah,
Fowl
that's
movie.
right. I saw that.
Starring
Oh, see, so Artemis Fowl is on the same vein as that Stormbreaker
Yeah.
thing. Like, if that's gonna be fucking
yeah,
shit.
Disney, so it's
That's
going to
gonna
be
be
sanitized.
shit.
It Chapter 2.
Sure.
Not interested.
Yeah, don't.
I like the first movie, but the second movie is going to focus on adults. And when adults do dumb shit in horror movies, that's when
That's when it's a problem.
kids you understand why they might go down the wrong door or whatever. But
I'm just not a fan of horror movies, so like I don't care.
They're barely horror.
Yeah.
They're fun action movies.
I
This one.
liked it because of how that one kid from Stranger Things was in it, and he was fucking hilarious.
He was.
And he just made the whole movie so fucking worth it. But I don't like clowns.
Yeah, no.
hate clowns.
I don't have I like
Get it
a
away
creepy
from
ca- A creepy clown is gonna be creepy, but I don't have a bias against clowns. Like I'm not like fuck clowns, but so I'm not that bothered by clowns. My point. This is the movie none of y'all expected. The Downton Abbey movie.
Why would anybody want that?
Because
ever?
Downton Abbey was a really good show, and I think it ended, and now it's getting a
They
movie.
made a Sex and the City movie.
Yeah. Sex and the City, but British.
I think that had a sequel too.
I can't talk to that.
I think that it was 2 of those. So Downton Abbey is of course going to get a movie. If they could, they would make a Game of Thrones movie. They would
That
absolutely
was
do
the
it.
plan for the longest time, but then like that. We're
No,
just going to
'cause-
dump movie budget into these episodes.
Yeah, because no, George R. R. Martin refused.
Oh, okay.
He didn't. He knew that a movie could not contain like that book. Like he couldn't do it justice.
Yeah.
He'd have to cut too much. He didn't want to cut anything. And so someone came and pitched like, well, what about a 10-episode series on HBO? And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's all that internet rumor about how he asked a question of the 2 guys who are running the show.
Yeah.
The showrunners. He asked a question basically, and if they got it right, he would let them do it. And the question was something to do with the book, like basically an answer to a question that he hasn't answered yet, that he's answering next.
Okay.
Is it that he will answer in the next book? He asked them like, "What's this?" and they had to answer it. And if they got it right, he was like, "Cool," because it means that they would have the vision to finish his story in the
Yeah.
same way he did. That's the internet rumor. I think it's bullshit. But anyway,
Yeah. Speaking of sequels, which we did a little second ago, the Angry Birds movie 2.
No.
Which I think was the best video game movie, just because it was a good kids movie. But it's Angry Birds, which is a worn-out IP.
I'm so sick of Angry
it's been
Birds.
15 years. Can we stop?
Speaking of 15 years, but it's actually 10 years, Zombieland 2.
What?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That actually?
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Same director, same cast.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
Yep.
if it's same cast, then okay.
Yep. Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg.
All right. All
Let's
right.
do it.
I'll give that a shot. I like the first one.
Gemini Man.
Bill Murray.
No, not on this list, but
No.
didn't he die?
He did, but he was a zombie.
Well, okay. They'll just
They-
keep him around. Like,
Exactly.
at
Just
the
keep
end
him on
of
a
Shaun of the
leash.
Dead.
Just like yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Fucking Shaun of the Dead.
Gemini Man by Ang Lee. That's going to be an Ang Lee movie.
Okay.
Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix. Set in the 80s. No Batman.
Wait, so it's an actual Joker movie
Yeah.
with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Who's Joaquin Phoenix?
Did you ever watch Gladiator?
No.
There's a bunch of like Walk the Line.
Walk the Line.
Um.
I don't think he started in movies that he knows.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
He's
He's Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, he's Joaquin Phoenix. He's an incredible actor.
Oh, yeah.
An absolutely incredible actor. And actually, had Jared Leto not played Joker since then, I would have been like, oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. You know, Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix. But Jared Leto has fucked the idea of the Joker in my head, so I can't.
Yeah, no, there's
I have
been
no
enough
excitement.
bad interpretations and icky interpretations of the Joker in recent years. I am burnt out on the Joker. There's like,
Yeah.
for me, there's one Joker at the moment I can tolerate, and that's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
But
I'm done with the Joker, but we'll see how he goes. That's
Yeah.
really weird. Why would they? I'm really annoyed that DC has decided they want to do movies based on their villains, because it fundamentally flies in the face of the idea of seeing a movie. Because if the villain's the main character, who are you rooting for?
Yeah.
you're rooting for the villain and take down the villain. A bigger villain, but there's no bigger villain than the Joker. So
But the
what's
thing
the
is,
fucking point?
yeah, and the thing
That's
is,
why the Suicide Squad movie should have been them versus the Joker,
yes,
which is what that plot should have been, not versus weird purple things.
yeah,
They
it's
were.
so dumb. Anyway,
An Addams Family animated movie.
oh, there's an animated Addams Family I can get behind.
Starring Oscar Isaac, who should have been the guy in live action, but it's cool that
Yeah.
he's
That's fine.
cartooned.
I haven't seen an Addams Family thing in ages. I would love to see some Addams Family.
Scrolling down. Charlie's Angel remake, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be shit.
Who's Kirsten Stewart again?
Twilight.
Oh my god, no, please don't.
That's gonna be fucking dog shit.
Elizabeth Banks directly.
At least the 3 actors from the original Charlie's Angels had personality.
Yeah. Kristen Stewart has a personality. She's just super
The
reserved.
personality of a brick fucking wall.
Just because she's playing a brick wall character.
I've seen her in other movies and she's still a
Yeah.
brick fucking wall.
Lupita Nyong'o is great. She was the girlfriend in Black Panther.
Who?
Not Okoye, not his
right,
sister.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the
yes. Yes.
international
No, yes. Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Untitled Terminator Project,
Oh, fuck.
directed by Tim Miller,
Can we stop?
starring Linda Hamilton.
Can we stop the
Stop
This one has
wearing
James
out.
Cameron involved in it. It's gonna be good again.
Just stop bringing IPs back from the dead.
Yeah, that's
just
what I was gonna
stop.
say.
This one has been
bringing
dead.
up
This one-
IPs from like the 80s and the 90s.
but this one has
and
been
just-
beaten to death.
Yeah.
Like from
Yes!
I agree, but I also think the same of Alien and Predator, but they just keep doing it. They keep
The
doing
thing
it.
with Alien is that the original guy came back. That doesn't happen. But unless you're Star Wars, and this is exactly what's happening with Star Wars, that they're not making good movies with
Star Wars is different, and we'll talk about that later, but Terminator just needs to stop. They need to stop. They can't make a good movie. They've proven that time and time again. They cannot make a good movie.
They made two.
And
And there were time. Oh, and a TV series. That was good. That was it.
Sure.
I
never saw
haven't
that.
seen it, but
the two, they made two great movies and they were perfect of their time. Ever since then, they have just fucked it up and fucked it up and fucked it up. Stop. Stop. It's already dead. Stop.
speaking of death, Death on the Nile. This is a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express.
Ah.
Because that had a book sequel. I don't think that's ever been, to my knowledge, hasn't been adapted. So this will be interesting. Still starring and directing Kenneth Branagh.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I still haven't seen that movie, but I want to.
Yeah.
Kingsman: The Great Game. This is the prequel to Kingsman. It's going to be set in World War One or Two.
Okay.
Pretty much the origins of the modern Kingsman, the 20th century Kingsman. Oh shit! I forgot about this. I keep forgetting about it. In the opposite of Detective Pikachu comes Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh fuck yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh,
November 15th.
I'm going to see that movie just
Weird
because.
silhouette puts me off. I don't like his legs.
No one does.
I'm going to go see that with one of my best friends because we just have to. Like, it's not. It's one of those things of like, I have seen every bad video game adaptation in the cinema with him. We saw Prince of Persia. We saw Assassin's Creed.
That's a bad adaptation, not a bad movie. I think. Assassin's Creed.
I think I've already had that debate on this
Okay, yeah.
podcast. I think, but either way, doesn't matter. I've seen them with him, and we will go see this one as well.
Cool.
Along with Detective Pikachu.
I was gonna
Is
say.
that Dragon Ball movie out here?
I
yet?
was gonna say we forgot one. It's coming out in like a couple of weeks. I'm trying to organise it with a group. You're invited. Yeah, the Dragon Ball movie on
Yes,
the 24th.
yeah,
That's when
okay.
it comes out. A couple of days after.
24th. Okay, cool. Just
We're
trying to
going to
remember.
go watch it in Carindale.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because it's usually out. Those have been coming out to cinemas here, but only like selected ones.
Yeah, like event mainly.
Yeah.
Which is where we're gonna watch it. Which is
Cool. All right.
Margie Calls, starring Melissa McCarthy. Sounds awful.
Has Melissa McCarthy in it, so it's default awful.
Frozen
take.
2.
What?
Frozen 2.
Since when?
Since the movie made $1 billion.
Yeah,
Already
of course.
upset. Don't want to see anything to do with that.
I
Thank
like
you.
the
But
first Frozen movie.
what's the story of Frozen 2?
Still Frozen.
She's got her powers and she's learned how to control them. That is the okay. Actually, if
Frozen
this,
2, it's really cold.
no. Actually, if Frozen 2, if they bring like in a fire person and it's basically Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, that's
but
exactly
with
what I was
singing,
thinking.
Okay, sure. All right. If they do that, that's fine.
Jumanji 3.
Yeah. Apparently that other one was fine.
And it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
So. Masters of the Universe.
What?
What? No.
Keep going.
Star Wars 9. That's how we ended the year.
Star Wars 9. Star Wars is going to be interesting. I'm fascinated to see what happens.
Yeah, no, same.
I liked The Last Jedi.
I
I'm not saying it was the greatest movie ever. I'm not saying it didn't do some things that were weird. I liked
Yeah.
it. I just liked it.
enjoyed watching it. I did not want to watch it again. It was a great episode of Rebels. That's what it was.
I will watch it again in the lead up to the film.
I'll
probably go through them all.
That's the thing. Like, Last Jedi ended. It closed. Like it felt like a closure. Like okay, there's still threads.
Yeah.
But like the way the movie felt like it ended was like we're done. I'm
Really?
like, there's a whole movie to go.
Yeah, if it did feel a little bit like they were saying like this is the end of whatever. It felt like you could easily see that the next Star Wars movie would be like 30 years later.
I think it's going to be like 3, but yeah.
Yeah, but like if they did 30 years later and they just said everyone else in the previous movies was dead, I would have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But it's weird. I think Disney has proven that they are capable of making both good, great, and bad films. Solo. Apparently Solo's fine.
I really liked it.
Yeah, apparently it's fine.
I
It's
mean,
just
like,
not...
some people really didn't like Solo, but I think they went in there expecting too much.
Yeah.
From a movie about a tired character.
Yeah, and I... like...
Like, it's good.
I think Rogue One is excellent. I think
I really like
it
Rogue One.
really does a good job of not only being a really good movie on its own, but also adding weight to Episode 4.
Yeah,
It does,
I like that.
It does a really good job of that. Episode 7 is just good. It's a really good film. It was the perfect blend, and Abrams has the ability to nod to fans while making his own shit. He did it with Star Trek, and he did it with Force Awakens, and he's fucking good at it.
Hopefully,
Hopefully he finds a way to appease both sides after Rian Johnson did his thing.
And hopefully this isn't Return of the Jedi, which it very well could be. Which Return of the Jedi is just New Hope again.
Yeah.
Which
I don't see them making the same mistakes though.
Yeah, we don't need a fourth A New Hope.
Yeah. I think it'll be. I'm confident that this movie will be fine.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what happens.
We need to back off Star Wars for a bit.
But we're not going to.
I think cinematically we should.
We
will have
should.
Everything you ever wanted.
We should, but Disney is not going to.
We're going to get not the Mandarin, Mandalorian TV show from James Favreau.
Yeah.
Going to get the Game of Thrones guy that's set to do. I forget. There's a bunch of Ryan Johnson has his own trilogy that he's going to do.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, Game of Thrones guy.
And is he still going to do that, or they put that on ice after Last Jedi?
They haven't actually said either way.
Yeah.
Because
it feels like they might put that on ice. Because the backlash was big enough. Again, I don't see why. I think people are just pissy because they're like, it's my Star Wars changed. Like, yes, it changed. It's been 30 fucking years. Get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, and Last Jedi's the same thing.
I liked things like I liked the fact that Rey is nobody.
They'll change that. They'll change that.
Probably. Yeah, I don't think that it's going to end up with her being nobody.
I hope they
think
don't.
there will be maybe it's not her parents that were anything, but maybe it's her grandparents. That's what I'm thinking.
I liked it, the fact that she's nobody.
Yeah, I like that too, but they're not going to do that.
I hope they better keep because if they don't stick to their guns on that one, then she does become a problem because it's just like, well, we're going to make her powerful because she needs to be.
Yeah.
The fact that she's nobody but because she worked and because she felt something, she pushed through and made something of herself.
Yeah.
That's great. She's a nobody who made something of herself. Why can't that be the story?
The universe should be of nobodies, not of people related to Darth Vader.
Exactly.
That's it. Luke was originally just a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next movie, but what if he was his dad? Because I think the original plot twist was that Obi-Wan was his dad. But then wait a minute, what
they
if
filmed 3 versions of that scene so that no one knew.
Yeah.
I think the only people who knew the final cut were the editor, George Lucas, and James L. Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, the voice.
The voice.
Line,
yeah.
I'm so glad James L. Jones is still Mufasa.
Oh god, that's
and
so
Darth
good.
Vader. When he was in Rogue One.
There are certain talents in a generation, and James L. Jones is one of the greatest voices ever. Yeah. Fucking that voice is amazing. But yes,
doing documentaries.
Still Mufasa. Yeah, I think he does. I think he did one, too. Anyway, do you want to move on to video games?
Video games.
And then we'll wrap it up.
I got a tab open.
Well, half of it's going to sound like dog shit anyway. So
yeah, I'm so sorry. I'll see what I can do. I don't think I'll be able to do
Give
much.
them some decent recording.
Major events of the year so far. Bungie and Activision split up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Bungie is split from Activision and has retained the rights to Destiny, so Bungie will be self-publishing that game now. They will complete the roadmap as set out between them two, so they're going to finish whatever they were set out to do under Activision, and then once that's done, they have the complete control of the Destiny IP to themselves.
Okay.
I'm going to read off a bunch of names. Stop me if you have any opinions. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
That'd be good. People like Tales games.
Onimusha Warlords. I'm going to read names that I also recognize. So if there's something like Yik, a postmodern RPG, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah, okay. Just skip the
Walking Dead episodes 3. Walking Dead final season episode 3.
Okay.
What a shit show of that entire thing.
Not next week because I actually have to work next weekend, but the weekend after we're going to talk about that shit.
Okay. Yakuza 4. I don't know what this means. If it's a HD remake or a full-on Yakuza 4 Kiwami.
It is a remaster. It's not a remake. It's not a Kiwami. It's not a Kiwami.
Ace Combat 7.
Yeah.
No More Heroes. Travis Strikes Again.
That'll be fun.
I don't know anything about that game, but apparently everyone's excited about them. Life is Strange 2 Episode 2.
Nope.
Okay. I thought you would be the only one interested in that. Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, sure.
Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm excited for that. I got it pre-ordered.
Oh, boy.
I was talking to the lady in EB Games in Carindale, the one.
Yeah.
I go to her for everything now, but she's She's like, oh, I pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 3 a while ago. I'm like, oh yeah, how long was a while ago? She's like, when they announced that it would be a thing, I think like 5 years ago.
It's been a long time.
2013 was when it was officially announced.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So-
She said she pre-ordered it when she found out.
Along with the discussion on Telltale and all that bullshit, we'll do your
A quick thing,
explains.
I'm disappointed that Square Enix didn't put out a big fuck off edition. It's just like a $20 extra version. I'm like, okay.
There is a big fuck off edition.
I don't think it's available in Australia.
It
There's
is.
the deluxe version. There's not a fuck off.
There's a collector's edition, and it was only available to like a handful. It was again one of the Square Enix collector's edition. There was like 80 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There
There is a big fuck off edition. It's very difficult to get a hold of.
Yeah, so fuck it. Blaz Blue, Central Fiction. God Eater 3, Trials Rising, Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
It's got a release date, 15th of February. Like it's set.
Yep.
Okay. But
Also-
I feel like it's done now. I feel like
Yeah.
by the time it comes out, I'm going to be like, that's a game I would have really liked to play 3 years ago.
It's coming out on Games Pass, so one of y'all can just pay $10 for it and then just play it.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Same day, Far Cry New Dawn,
Fuck off.
which looks like...
I was so disappointed in Far Cry 5. I just can't.
No,
No.
fair enough.
No.
Jump Force, same day.
That looks
I'm
weird.
so fucking keen for Jump Force, but the character models look very, like, slick.
Looks
Yeah.
it looks goofy. Like I saw, it's like a character creator. Is Yugi in the game, or did someone create that?
Yugi's in the game.
He's in the game.
Yeah.
All right, because it looks weird.
I don't know how they're going to do that. Is he just going to be like, monster?
Yeah, I think he's throwing
probably.
Probably
cards.
Pokemon Trainer sort of thing.
Yeah,
Probably.
throwing cards at people.
Metro
I'm
Exodus.
very excited for it, though.
Metro Exodus.
All of
looks-
this is on the same day.
Yeah.
15.
Is My Hero Academia Jump Force, or...?
I think so. Yes, I'm pretty confirmed Deku's confirmed.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Deku was in there. Yeah.
Deku. That's going to be fucking dope.
And I want to say Saitama's in it, but I
Yes.
don't know. He
yes,
is?
Saitama's
He
in it, I
is.
believe. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, yeah, just... OP
Someone's got to buy
character.
this game and we're all going to get at your place and just play Smash and Jump Force.
Fuck
Uh,
Smash,
and
just
Dragon
Jump
Ball
Force.
oh. Wait,
What?
what? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy coming
Yes.
out on the Switch and PS4.
Yes.
What's that?
It's a crossover game.
Phoenix Wright.
Oh no, Phoenix Wright's not a crossover. I'm thinking of Professor Layton.
Yes.
They did do a
Professor
crossover.
Layton. Yeah, Professor Layton's.
That's interesting that it's coming
Phoenix
to PS4.
Wright Ace Attorney. He's like a. It's like a.
It's the Objection game that
Yeah.
you've seen screenshots of.
Yeah.
DS animated sprites. Objection!
Basically, you play a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's coming to PS4. The next day, Anthem. It's the
Anthem.
only thing now coming out on the 22nd. Holy shit.
Anthem. I keep umming and ahhing. I think I'm going to get that game.
The open demo, I think it's called, comes out at the
Yes.
start of the month. So definitely give that a try. When I played the closed alpha, it was fun to play when there was content. When I ran out of content, it is boring.
But that's any game.
Yeah.
When it runs out of content. So if the
It literally
content.
found that like I was running around in like I was a test dev and I was just
Yeah.
running around like this definitely feels like a game.
Like I really want to play that. It looks really cool. I have a couple of friends who are going to get it, so I am not getting my hopes up. EA has broken my heart too many times. I'm not giving them any chances. I'm going to play this game, and if I don't like it, I'm taking it back. Like, that's the end of it. Like,
Fair
but
enough.
I'm going to give it a shot because it looks fun to play.
yeah, it is fun to play. Whether all that
Whether that coalesces,
content is
yeah.
worth playing,
Yeah,
let's see.
we'll see.
But Left Alive by Square Enix. It's
Yeah.
going to be Lego Movie 2 video. Game. Devil Alive 6. I just downloaded the beta for it. We'll see how
Okay.
that goes. Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove.
Yep,
Total War 3 Kingdoms. Devil May Cry 5.
that
Yep.
looks good. That looks
I will
real
definitely
good.
play that.
Yeah, I think we're all going to play that.
Mhm.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, extra Epic Yarn on the 3DS. I think should be dead.
You're wrong.
Tom Clancy's The Division 2. With more Division.
Yeah, like if Anthem's good, then that's the one I'm going to be playing. I'm not going to bother with the Division.
Yeah. Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. On
That
the
looks really
22nd of
good. I'm
March.
really looking forward to that.
Tropico 6 and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Okay.
April. Mortal Kombat 11.
I want them to make a Yoshi game that's just Little Big Planet, but Yoshi.
Yoshi Maker.
Yoshimaker, yeah. Mortal Kombat 11, sure. They should make another Mortal Kombat.
They sell well.
They should do that.
Days Gone. Super Meat Boy Forever.
What?
I think it's just more Meat Boy.
Yeah, I think it is just Super Meat Boy with like a couple extra levels or something like that.
Okay, then I don't care.
It's coming to everything,
Yeah.
so I don't know what it means. Rage 2 in May. I'm excited for that game. It has car combat, which Avalanche from Mad Max was really good at. We'll see if the rest of it holds up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Team Sonic Racing. Holy shit. Exactly 1 month after that, if nothing gets delayed, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel.
That I want to get.
So Sonic Racing is coming out.
Yeah, and then 1 month
And then
later,
exactly
Crash
1 month later, so from May 21st to then June 21st to then Crash. And Crash comes to everything.
Wow. CTR,
Sonic,
man.
The Sonic team are really lucky they're coming out earlier.
Yeah, but CTR, man. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Phoenix. Oh no, Shenmue 3. Unscheduled releases.
You want to talk about see it when I believe it when I see it? Fucking Shenmue 3.
August 27th. That's the date.
Bullshit.
So what else we got? Untitled Animal Crossing game.
Mobile.
No, that's a Switch one.
Yeah, that's the Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the confirmed Switch one.
Untitled Battletoad game. Okay. Fuck off. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is basically.
Wait, did you just say Battletoad?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm playing that on the Game Boy.
Yeah, it's an 80s arcade game as well.
It's old and dumb.
It's an old and shitty, and it's a joke, and it's a joke that Microsoft lent into, and then took way too long to capitalize on, and the joke has passed.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is basically the creator of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is one of the greatest games of all time, anecdotally.
Trying to do it again.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be a good game at the very least.
Yeah.
Whether, I don't think it'll be a thing. Catherine Full Body, which is just a remake of Catherine,
yeah.
which will be interesting. Concrete
Wow,
Genie,
really?
Yeah.
They're doing a remake of Catherine.
which means I think they're laying the groundwork for Catherine 2.
Okay.
Plus, it'll be HDified and all that kind of stuff, because Catherine was a PS2 game, wasn't it?
Three.
PS3? Yeah, but it still
It was the
looked...
only PS3 game Atlas made.
Right, that's right. But it was...
No Persona came out.
I remember it was weird looking. Like, it didn't look right. So...
It's a puzzle game, so it's hard, so I'm dumb.
Yeah, I watched
I'm
Pete
dumb,
by
so
the way.
it's
That's
hard.
the only real reason
I'm
I
sure
know
they're
it.
going to fresh coat of paint it so it'll look nice.
Concrete Genie, it's that PSVR game, you graffiti everything, it looks
Yep.
really cool.
Yep.
Control by Remedy.
Looks good.
Looks very fun.
We'll see how it goes.
Gravity game.
Looks like Quantum Break, but better.
Oh,
And no bullshit TV.
yeah, I was going to say that's probably the thing that
How
dragged it
long
down.
do you think it'll take for Microsoft to be like, we are doing something with Fable? Do you reckon?
If it's that company that's in Santa Monica,
Yeah.
I think that's the rumor is that it's coming from them, and Santa Monica has a really good, talented
And I
team of
don't
people there.
think Microsoft is going to waste their time on this generation anymore.
Oh no, it's not going to be for this gen. No.
Yeah, they
No,
will,
not for this gen, but I
Yeah.
think
they will announce
they've
it.
fucked it. They're not going to try for Xbox One anymore, but I think they need that as like an
Yeah.
opening for the
I
next
think it
gen.
will be. I think it will be a tentpole release.
Yeah.
When they announce the new system, they will then probably
Because-
announce that alongside.
Yes.
They're in their Wii U stage
Mhm.
where Nintendo just gave up.
Yeah.
And just like, you just have to wait. You're going to play the 3DS, but Microsoft has PC, I guess?
Yeah.
They have a console for you, the Xbox 360.
I love 20.
That was their Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is their Wii U.
This is their
And
Wii
then
U.
The next one's their Switch.
And the Switch. All right.
Who knows?
PlayStation just
The
sort of
Microsoft
skipped that.
Swatch. You heard it here first.
Fuck, that's awful. Sounds like a Rick and Morty.
Actually, the PlayStation cheated. They did the very original PlayStation 3. The very first one.
Yeah.
Wasn't
The
there
fat one.
a ton of issues with that?
No, there were
was just
issues with it. It was
expensive.
just too expensive and no one bought it.
Oh, okay.
It was $1,000 Australian dollars.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's fucked.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Damon X Machina for the Switch.
Yep.
Digimon Survive.
What is that?
I don't know.
Because I like
I remember
Digimon.
Dean was telling us about Digimon games, and he's like, "This is amazing." But then he played it for a little while, and then he's like, "My Digimon died." And then I
Yeah,
had
Yeah, that's
to
an older
redo
one.
it."
Yeah.
This is a survival strategy role-playing video game developed by Witchcraft.
Survival strategy role-playing game.
I don't.
I wonder what the
Player
'cause the
choices
problem I have
influence
with-
the direction of the story, including Digimon's evolution process. Multiple playthroughs can result in different paths and different evolutions. So it does sound like that Digimon game he was playing.
Yeah, because the
except
Digimon
new.
games always have the same mechanic, which is like the Digimon evolve and level up through time, and then when they get to a certain level, they have a certain amount of days they can live, and once you've gone through those in-game days, the Digimon dies and is reborn. You have to level it up again. And the problem that happens is you
Prestiging.
always have two Digimon, and if they get out of sync, you've got like a high-level Mega and a low-level Rookie, and you're fucked. And I don't know how to make that. The game is too complicated and weird. I just want a good Digimon game. Fuck.
Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Oh.
First one, I played the demo a lot. It was fun.
Yeah.
I
that's
might actually buy the next
Yeah,
one.
everyone told me that Dragon Quest Builders was really good.
Dreams. We'll
I
fucking see.
don't know what that is. I didn't even know what the fuck that thing is, but sure.
We
What is
there
it?
needs
That
it's
fever
Media
dream.
Molecule's next game that's been in development for fucking since
Oh,
they
I've
announced the
heard about
PS4.
it.
Yeah.
Well, probably before that, but
It's basically the sequel to Little Big Planet. Like it's this. It's
the proper full
rather than it just being like, oh, you can make platforming levels. It's make whatever the fuck you want, and it's really weird and trippy and yeah.
Wikipedia has Final Fantasy VII coming. Oh no, sorry.
Sorry,
this is Final
headphone
Fantasy
users.
7 for the Switch and Xbox.
Oh, okay, that's
okay,
fine.
that's happening.
That's fine.
Final Fantasy 9 for the Switch and Xbox.
Because 12 Zodiac Age just got their release date.
And 10-10-2.
Oh, and 10
10-10-2 comes out, and then 2 weeks later is Zodiac Age.
Okay, cool.
Which is great. That's
Cool.
in April. Brave Exvius shit. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition.
Yeah.
I'll play that maybe. But Fortnite Save the World? It's probably just
The official release of Fortnite.
I do love the idea of
Fucking
that.
hell. Jesus Christ.
Gears 5.
Yeah, sure.
In the Valley of the Gods, which is
Campo Cento.
people who made Firewatch.
Yes.
Didn't they make a VR version for Firewatch?
I think they might too.
When I brought that up, everyone was telling me that Firewatch was made with VR in mind. I'm like, I very heavily doubt
No, it
that.
wasn't made with VR in mind, but it's a game that you could easily port to VR.
Yeah.
Like, it's not difficult.
Judgment, which is Yakuza's next
Yes,
game.
yeah, the guys who make Yakuza.
They're doing Phoenix right, but what if
That's the one where I'm like, cool. It would be good to get in on the ground floor of one of their games
Yeah.
rather than having to be like, there are 6 Yakuza games and
7.
I don't know where to start.
Yakuza 0?
I know Yakuza 0.
It's the Kingdom Hearts, but
Yeah.
this is the next one.
Yeah,
Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Switch.
Sure.
Mario Kart Tour for the iOS.
sure.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order for Switch, exclusive, published by Nintendo.
Yeah, that's
Weirdest announcement of all
super
time.
Wait, what
weird.
is it?
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
You know that like top-down isometric.
You know Marvel
yeah.
Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah.
It's the third one being published exclusively
On
by
the
Nintendo.
Switch.
I mean, I guess it would be a good Switch game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be, but
But
like it's super weird.
Because everyone was expecting, like, what's the Square Enix game going to come from thing? And then it just got bigger, weirder, and then it's just Ultimate Alliance. Medieval remake. Minecraft Dungeons.
What?
Ori Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Wait, yeah, isn't there a Minecraft 2 coming out or something?
No, Minecraft Dungeons. It's just like, what if we just made a dungeon, like a roguelike, but for Minecraft?
Yeah,
Which
like,
Minecraft is kind
just
of
keep-
already a roguelike.
They
but
just keep bolting modes onto Minecraft.
Yeah, I
There's no Minecraft 2. It's just like, yeah, people was like, oh, Minecraft 2, Fortnite 2. Like, there's no 2s don't exist anymore. Like, unless you're an actual like storyline game, they're not going to do 2s anymore. It's just going to be expansions and seasons
Yeah.
and content and
I hate it when games
Hashtag
do seasons,
content.
it pisses me off.
That's fine. Untitled Pokemon game. Psychonauts 2.
that Pokemon game.
I'm
God,
so
I
excited
can't
to
wait
see
for it.
it.
I want to see what it is.
Let's
I hope
go,
all
let's
the
go
like
with just my tie over. And
Yeah, no.
when
Like,
Pokemon
honestly-
game comes out, you can catch me on the screen.
all those rumors we spoke about, which you may not have heard. I don't know.
Probably.
God, yeah.
I'm
All
so
those
sorry.
rumors we spoke about earlier. I don't care if they're right or wrong.
Oh,
Either way, like if they're right, then that will be cool. If they're wrong, awesome, because that means it's a complete surprise, and I still don't know what's going on. But
Yeah.
like that's just fucking. Oh,
Psychonauts 2. Skull and Bones, which I'm trepidatiously excited for. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
bullshit.
Yeah, we'll
Fuck
see.
off.
Streets of Rage 4. Town.
That's right, Streets of Rage 4. I forgot that was a
Yeah.
thing. It's so
Town
weird.
by Game Freak.
Yeah, based on the acclaimed movie The Town by
Ben Affleck. That's what I keep reading it as.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
no, that can't be right. Untitled Goose Game is still not out.
Nope.
Vampire for the Switch. Vampire.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasteland 3. Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yes, that'll be fun.
World of Warcraft Classic.
Oh right, yeah, they're doing that.
Yakuza 5 HD remaster.
Mhm.
And Yves 9. We got 3 video game based movies coming out. Detective Pikachu, Angry Birds 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Dynasty Warriors?
Sure. Story of Lubu. Whatever.
I don't know
That
if you made that
year-
name up, and if you didn't, that's...
What?
I don't know. You know too much about Dynasty Warriors.
It's literally the only character name I remember. I played a lot of Dynasty Warriors
Okay,
growing
you
up.
did play
but
it, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lubu is one of the names of the characters in there.
And that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching / trying to listen to the first 2 hours of this show. I'm so sorry.
That year, it's a stacked year for movies. Not so much for video games. Video games might be a little bit weird, but we'll see.
We'll get some announcement.
We'll see how
Nintendo's going to have a direct this month, so... I think
Yeah.
that's
E3 this year is going to be fucking insane.
E3 is going to be weird. There's no Sony.
There's no Sony. There's no Sony. There's no Sony.
No Sony.
It's so weird. Kind of funny doing another showcase. So that's...
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll do their own PSX. I mean, it very much feels like we are ramping up to the announcement of new consoles.
2020, bring it on. This is the filler year. If you want a year of filler, this is what you're gonna get.
This is the thing where you dump all the games that you were working on. Just
I feel like it's filler for everything. Just life.
Yeah.
2019
It's my-
is the filler episode of life.
fuck you, I'm getting married. Like,
I'm finishing this.
very much not a filler episode year for me. This is very much a shit's happening this year.
I'm graduating, hopefully.
Yay.
So that's a season finale on that.
Oh,
On to
wow.
2020, new season starts.
It always sucks at the
No,
start.
it's not a
Oh,
new
it already
season.
sucks.
It's the life of Keena jobs.
I had an interview yesterday. I never actually told anyone about that.
Oh, really?
It didn't go well. It was for a marketing place.
Oh yeah, no, don't.
I'm like, I just did it. I'm like, I'm not going to get the job, but I need interview experience, so I went and did it. And it's fucking hot or humid. Same fucking shit.
Wait a second. Why was that a bad thing? I don't understand.
E-marketing and like ethically, that's not compatible with me because it's just shoving things down people's throat, and then for me, the people there were just like way too falsely energetic. You could tell
I
that they were
hate
being
it when
fake.
people are like that.
And I'm like, oh, I don't like
That's
this.
funny because
Please
the
don't
marketing
call me.
department where I work is just a bunch of people being like,
I work there.
like they're super drab. They talk a lot of bullshit, and then they do occasionally have energy, but like there's just this sense of like impending doom over the marketing department. Like they're just constantly there, like.
I love the idea of that. If you enjoyed this show, thank you for sticking through to the end. and-
Yeah. Props to you for sticking through the end of this one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 2019, starting off
Oopsie.
technically
Not
professional.
even that. It was just a long episode.
Yeah, as well. I think we're just getting everything out of our system over the last month.
Yeah, and we'll do things a
Just
little.
shitting it everywhere.
Shit, yep. And then
How
next
long have
time,
we been doing this?
I think
probably.
almost 2 hours.
This
Like,
recording
over
has
2
been an
hours.
hour, so who knows how long that first part was.
12:30.
Yeah, we started at around about 10, so
Oh, yeah, okay,
almost
cool.
2.5 hours.
Ah, nice.
I don't even know if that camera's working at this point.
Are we even working?
I
Are we
have
alive?
I'm not working. I've not functioned in 5 years correctly.
With that,
Finish it up, Keena. Finish it up.
if you like this episode, please like, subscribe, questions in the comment below. Or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com.
I think he's broken.
I'm not reading
Questions
the
in the comments below.
This is the first time I'm not reading. Well, not the first time. I'm not reading it off the script. I'm not going.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
going through
because
the bullet points
usually
in my
you're
head.
just like,
Outros I can't do as well. I always
just
fuck them up.
fuck.
Games Lab. I don't think we're doing one.
No, we're not. This'll do. Like we got enough
Keena's
out of
never
this
been
one.
good at goodbyes.
And with that, goodbye.